Hello, and welcome to yet another episode of Shadows of Sharn. Take two on that. A noir-inspired campaign taking place in the Eberron setting. I am Gamma Kong, aka Matron Nathan, and with me today are our lovely and amazing detectives. Go ahead and say hello. What were you doing?
Nothing.
Chat, before we started, Nate made fun of my glasses because I don't have a high prescription.
Yeah. Sorry, did you want this?
Sorry. They were a little dirty. Okay, we're back though.
What's that candy wrapper, Becca?
This? This is
No.
ketchup.
Okay,
Non-spawn.
ketchup.
Non-spawn. You have to pay for that spawn. Now it's gone.
Thank you very much. Thank you for letting me know. Alright. So with that warm welcome, can we go ahead and get a bit of a recap on what happened last time?
Gosh, what happened this time?
My boy's going through it.
Yes. Tresh is sus as fuck. We don't trust Tresh in this house.
You don't.
I feel like you're about to smack me in the side of the head. And then Twister got a bouquet of human skin. That's all that really happened, right?
And some weird thing, some weird magic thing on the back of his neck.
Oh yeah. Fun times.
Oh, and his,
Galen put the weird oily blood on his finger and went unconscious.
I just went to hell real quick.
You just went to
as,
hell.
I mean,
you do,
just
as a
visiting.
treat. As a treat.
Yeah.
as you tend to do.
Yeah.
Um.
Sounds
And
like fun
the,
times all around.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah.
window. The window had a word scratched in saying "soon."
Not foreboding at all, right?
Hmm.
No. How would that be foreboding?
Yeah. Arceus
Yeah,
went to
then-
work. That's not foreboding.
No.
Yeah.
Yachts are foreboding. Come on.
Gosh. Fuck.
I guess went to work, just had a nice fun chat that had nothing wrong going on with one of his employers.
Employers?
Employers, you got promoted.
Wait, hold on. Nothing going on with one of the employers?
No, where you had a nice chat with one of the employers.
Oh,
Yeah, nothing going on. Nothing.
Oh.
You were talking about a murder case? No.
I thought you meant like something.
Just
I
a fun
thought you
chat
meant
between
like
coworkers.
something weird was happening between your employers. I was like, did I
Mhm.
miss something? I
mean-
know I miss very obvious things, but like, I'm a little better than that. I'm not.
What we didn't notice was Sweet Tooth having like a fire sword tucked behind his back, ready to swing.
Oh snap.
Yeah, because we went back to the Fire Sword house.
We did go back there and found that it may have been set up to be a drug producing place.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Breaking Bad style.
Yeah,
I say never having watched Breaking Bad.
Same.
Yeah, of course.
Just
you
like
know.
it.
Yeah.
Imagine watching Breaking Bad.
Was that
I
a
watched like
was
the
that a
first
dice
episode.
you just threw?
That was a D10, yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to know what you rolled.
Mayday, what I roll?
Meow. Sticks.
A stick?
Ice
Okay.
sticks.
It's like that. So I rolled a 3.
Ah.
Comparing it to this D6 here, where the 7 placement is.
Oh,
Anyway.
Yeah.
all right. So yes, and I believe y'all ended with the bouquet and the notes being left for one of our individuals here.
And then we
Um,
leveled up to level 5.
No, you're actually level 16. Congratulations. Well,
Ah.
16 minus 12.
Oh.
I can't do math, so I'm gonna ignore that.
I'm almost positive it's level 8 now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
16
y'all want
minus
the
12.
campaign to just be over with? Dang.
No, I just want to be strong.
I
Anywho,
just want to get third level spells.
it is. We can start soon after Twister finding the items left. The retching that is done, I imagine.
Did I roll a freaking?
I think you
I think you
did.
did.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You rolled a 14.
Yeah. Mm, no, he's not okay.
Well, I mean, yeah.
He is going to. You heard him scream. He's gonna run to the. Not to the window there in his room. He's just gonna run to the next door, to his left, and
We still
just
never made a map.
We never did. So whoever's door is on the left of Twister's is being burst open, and he's going right to the window.
We roll in a d4. See
We can
whose
make
door
a
it is.
map at some point.
All right,
We
I'll roll a
should.
d4.
Okay.
Oh, Johnny did. Okay, number 2. I'll say that is a case's room.
I go into Case's room, open the door, run up to the window, throw it open, and barf out the window.
Lovely.
Where's everyone else?
Didn't we like just get home? Because we were approaching the house and we saw the etching from the street as we were walking up. So
So Twister kind of
Right.
rushed up. I'm assuming everyone kind of followed, so they all just watch you go into a case's room and throw up over the edge of the window. Did you leave the weird skin bouquet, or
He didn't enter his room. He opened the door to his room, and that's as far as he got in.
well. All right.
that's?
Galen's going in.
I'll go in.
I'll also go in. Yeah, sure, why not?
I'll make sure that Brian's character is okay.
Twister.
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 Okay.
Can-
I was
Can I
blanking on it.
know- Did we get? We didn't get a lock on the front door, did we?
No.
Don't think so.
Of course not.
Okay.
Can I pick up this bouquet of flowers? Well,
Flesh.
a flesh. Yeah.
Certainly, you
Okay.
can go ahead and pick up the bouquet. Things of note obvious to it is that this is a pillar complexion than like what was seen before.
Right.
Like these are things you won't need to roll on, and it kind of like looks like there's like bits of stitching around as if it could have been like multiple pieces all kind of like put together to make this form.
Make it.
What kind of flowers are they trying to be?
It looks to be a combination of tulips and roses.
Is it well done?
Shut up.
This is a legit question. Like, did they do a good job? Or is it like
it's not the
kinda...
most artistic job.
Okay. Kind of shitty. Let me write that down. And the etching was from the inside of the
Yes.
window? So they were in the room, obviously, to put the thing here.
You
And-
should really get a lock on that door.
I mean, we still have time in the day, so we definitely could.
I believe at this point we need more than just a lock on the door.
Twister hobbles out of the Chaos's room. Sorry for intruding in the Chaos.
It's fine.
Twister kind of just slumps against the wall.
I threw up.
Right, 'cause it's still early enough in the day that we could probably get a locksmith out here or something. we can at least go out and like get a hasp and put like a master lock inside of the door, right? If we go to the local Home Depot, we can get a hasp and a key lock to put inside the house.
Can I do something, Nate?
What do you want to do?
I make an investigation check to see if there's any other spot that might have been broken into and not just the like opening the front door and walking in.
Oh, they would absolutely just walk in the front door. Are you kidding me? What kind of fucking power move?
Yeah.
You guys don't lock your fucking door, so I'm gonna walk in while you're not home.
So, can I do that, Nate?
Certainly.
Can I investigation check this room specifically?
I'm gonna give myself guidance.
Yes, no, maybe so.
And what are you going to investigate for the room?
I'm just
22.
like looking for like any other things that like could be out of place or other weird little secret hidden bullshit.
Go ahead and roll investigation as well.
Great. Huh.
Alright, we got an 18 and a 22 together. Alright. Twister kind of like looking around the space, trying to look for any of these... any idea, like, this is not just a simple case of breaking and like just walking through the front door brazenly. You don't necessarily see like any space around the building that looks like it was busted open. You don't see anything else that's left open or seems to have been, like I said, forcefully made open as well. Galen, as you kind of like start looking around the room, you kind of like start looking at the window, I imagine, kind of like the obvious spots, like what was left right there, and then kind of like see if there's something else near it. And as you kind of starts looking around, you do kind of like notice at like the bottom corner along the floor, just hard to notice at first with the display left taking most of the attention, that there is a drop of blood that's left there. And then you kind of like look down on the floor and see that leading to the door are like about like 6 more just of these small specks that have been dotted as if like with a bit of a trail between, but when you go past the door looking a hallway, there's nothing past there.
There's like 6 dots.
Yeah.
I think you all know what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna touch one of them.
Okay. You touch it, and you kind of like get a bit of a smear of this coagulated blood that's not yet fully dried, but not like full liquid itself either. That state between showing it might have been a matter of minutes since this fell down to the ground.
He was just here.
Is it like... What's the ceiling like in this room?
It's a bunch of like why am I forgetting the word for like wood beams, or pretty much
Wood beams?
Yeah,
Slats?
that's it. Yeah, just that. It's just like that, I imagine. I don't know if Twister would have painted over anything or not, because that just be like plain wood slats over everyone's room to begin with.
Twister probably wouldn't have yet.
Can I, like, over wherever, on, like, I guess either end of the dot, if I'm assuming this one near the far, like, corner and, like, near the window was the first one, can I try to push up on, like, the slat that's, like, directly above that? Does it move at all?
You don't, you just give, like, the normal kind of, like, give that's typical of this place. Like, there's some spots you're all still kind of, like, trying to fix up after all.
Sure.
But, like, you try and, like, there's no, like, secret entrances or the like.
Mm-hmm. and you will probably see Galen poke at something on the floor and then start to immediately touch the ceiling.
What are you doing?
There's blood on the ground.
What about the ceiling?
There could have been someone, I don't know, climbing up there or something of the ilk. I don't know. I'm thinking of options. Because the blood
Fair.
trail stops right there at the door.
That is fair.
And thankfully, it's normal blood. See? That's all I'm
That
looking
is
at.
good. That it is normal blood.
Thankfully, it's normal blood.
Thankfully, yes. Are you mocking me now?
No, that was you in character, just like just eating the blood.
Yeah, just like, delicious.
Fruit
Iron.
punch.
With hints of saffron.
They had a nice lunch.
Yes.
How did saffron get into the blood from their lunch?
Who knows?
Easy. You know, when you eat food, it go right, like, after your mouth, it go into, your throat is open blood pool that it float in.
Can I get a?
I don't know.
Can I get a medicine
Ear
check
down,
for that?
all blood, there's nothing else in you, right? Right? I have a master's degree, you have to listen to me.
Yeah, no, you're right.
That's how that works?
Yeah.
You're right. I mean, can't prove that.
Yeah. Prove me wrong.
Listen, I'm
Oh
the
my
cleric. I know
God.
what's right and what's wrong, and Galen is right.
And I am right. I know blood. But yeah, so that's fun and quaint. And like, was there anything on the door that they could like poke themselves on? Or like nothing? They just had for some reason started bleeding only upon entering Twister's room. Are they like the pervert in the classic 2001 movie Valentine that gets a nosebleed every time he does something kind of murdery? Played by David Boreanaz of Angel fame.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's a David
I've
Boreanaz.
never heard of this film.
It's bad. That's why.
Hey, hold on. At least we got a David Boreanaz shout out. He just got
Yeah.
We
some
love
money
him.
somewhere.
From what?
Bones
I wish I
reruns
knew.
because my parents keep rewatching Bones.
Boom.
Oh,
Boom.
that guy.
Yeah.
From Buffy. Hello?
It's
Buffy,
been forever since I've
Angel,
seen Buffy.
Bones.
Also, wait, what's up with your camera on this end?
It's fine.
It does
No.
that sometimes.
Okay, I just never,
It's
I never
probably
paid
just an
attention to it.
OBS thing.
Okay.
Oh yeah, OBS just skipped some
It's-
frames, it looks like.
It's an OBS thing. So OBS
Yeah.
is a flawless program.
No price put on free though.
Twister's gonna come up after investigating the everywhere. There's no like point of entry for him. I don't know if he brazenly just walked through the front door or what.
You probably walk through the front door.
Probably. Do you have any wards or anything in your room? Any reason
No.
why I'll point at the closest blood droplet?
No.
'Cause they only seem to start bleeding either after they put the. How fresh is this flesh? Is it tan? Okay, is it tanned like the other flesh
It
was?
is also tanned, yes.
Okay, great. I was like, did they just carve it off of their bodies and that's why they are bleeding? But I guess not, so never mind, I'll die. But yes, there's blood in your room.
Oh, that's it ends at the door. Could it be possible that they somehow used magic to enter my room? Directly?
Like, potentially?
We really should look into getting wards and locks in this place.
Yeah.
Locks, I think we can afford. Wards, I don't know if we can necessarily
Yeah.
afford.
Yeah.
Maybe an alarm.
A simple one, yes.
I wish I knew that spell.
So for now, do I go get us a lock.
Aren't we waiting on Tresh, right?
Honestly, Tresh can eat it. I want to get a lock.
I mean, yeah, we can just walk down to the, corner store, probably, right? There's a locksmith probably on this fucking block.
Probably.
Nate, is there a
Probably.
locksmith?
I
on
wonder
this
how
block?
good they are in this neighborhood.
That's the other thing. Well, our lock's just gonna get broken every single day.
Is it really an investment we should? I mean, I think it's an investment we
We
should
can
do, but
We can install it ourselves.
True.
Maybe they come to like 3-door pack, save a little bit of money.
Yes. If only there
I
was
do-
something kind of thing where, like, if we touch like our thumb to it, it registers who we are,
That's
and
a
then
little
it only lets
pricey.
us in.
That's a little pricey.
Yeah, that might be a little.
could maybe talk
expensive.
to Aurum
And Argentum? Potentially, yes.
and
Can you?
Argentum and designing something like that. I do think that Twister should not be left alone at all
I agree.
until this is sorted out. At
Completely
least
valid.
1 or 2 people with him at all times.
What does is there like any writing in the bouquet?
No.
Like a note?
No, there is not.
Like, oh, I saw you cross the way, XOXO.
You want a love poem? I think that'll
No.
be even worse.
No.
This whole
No.
thing.
No, there isn't. No, I don't.
Yeah.
That would be so terrible.
What?
Is this like that one case in Dragon Age 2?
Oh
Never
my
mind.
god, I know what case you're talking about.
In Act
I-
2?
I've never played that game.
Oh,
I haven't either.
Nope, that's creepy. Oh gosh.
that's my favorite part of Dragon Age 2, which is my favorite of the Dragon Age games. Anyway, regardless, I'm gonna go get a lock.
I'll go with you.
You want to? Yeah, sure. Yes. You? Yep. Want to? Great.
I
anywhere
am
but
going
this
to
place.
stay here to make sure that no one breaks in again.
Valid.
And I'm guessing Lila's gonna stay as well.
Yeah, I should.
Valid. Let us be off to the nearest locksmith, I suppose.
All right. So are y'all wanting to go with like nearest locksmith, or do you want a good locksmith?
Can we like look up on Yelp what like the best locksmith in our
Yeah.
area is, or something?
Wait, hold on,
Yeah.
hold on.
Google Maps.
Hold on.
I do want to say
Are you
before they
Googling
leave, I want to establish an amount of time for them to return before we start getting worried.
69 minutes.
Nice.
69, very specific number, but okay.
Okay. Apparently Velveteen
Why
has
not?
elementary knowledge.
Why
Yeah,
not just an hour?
Well, the extra 9 minutes. What if we need to pick up dinner?
Yeah. Well, what if like there's like a cat stuck in a tree that we need to help?
Do you want us to leave that cat in the tree? Because we can leave
Yes.
the cat in the tree if you want us to be monsters. Just not even doing the. I'm not even doing the voice of the character for some reason.
You're not.
Do you want us to be? No, I can't do it. Come back.
No.
Are you doing my voice?
I don't know why I went to. I don't know why I went to your voice, but
All right,
I'll,
just-
I'll remember. It's, fine.
Something here along these lines, I believe.
Just go ahead
that
and-
you're-
Yeah, just turn on Knives Out and go over Daniel Craig
It's,
over and over.
Oh,
it's
that's
been
such a good
hot
movie.
minute since I've seen that movie. Hold on, give me a second.
Such a good
Oh my
movie.
gosh.
Please tell me you're looking up on Google, on YouTube just a scene.
But yes, we are going to whatever locksmith is best fitting, but for Velveteen's elementary knowledge.
All right.
And
Within Sharn, it is well known that the best locksmiths and like vault security, all that type of deal, is from the Dragonmark House Kundarak, which is comprised of mostly dwarves who
Okay.
are able to create like finely tuned both magical and non-magical logs. Their prices for their services are extremely high, And like
That's the
because of,
cheapest.
and you don't really have an outlet here in Lower Dura. If
An
you want
outlet?
if you want something close by and cheap, you won't get anything that will be the best security out there. And you live in an area where there are people known for being good pickpockets and other kind of thieves, able to break in and rob.
What do we do?
Would we know how much one lock would be from the dwarves, the Dragonmarked house?
If you want like their cheapest option, it'll cost you 5 Gallifers.
5 gold?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking like expensive. Okay,
That
yeah,
there's
no, that's
not
nothing.
too much money. I think we
We'll
could
get- we'll
get, like, 50 of
handle
them.
with that. Yeah,
50
of
perfectly
them.
fine.
One on every door.
No,
I
all,
want-
just all in the front door. They're just like
True.
all
Or have
around.
the special arcane lock version, that'll cost you 100 Gallifers per, which is one
Wish.
where there is a special password or other way to get in that's only you and the person who set the spell can open.
Oh, I wish I had enough.
Nay,
If only
we don't
one
have that
person-
much.
If only one other person could open it.
I mean, it's like the person casts a spell and whoever is designated to be able to open
Okay.
it as well.
Oh, so that's for more like personal rooms.
No, I mean we could get one
could
that's
designate
all of
more
us
people,
are
yeah.
like designated to open. It.
Oh,
Do we only have one door? Do we have a back door?
You only have the front door.
Okay.
Hmm.
But
kind
also
of a
like
hazard.
what? What do you mean?
Only a front door? I mean, what happens if there's a fire?
Jump
You
out
climb
the
out one of the
we
windows.
have,
The
we
fire's
Out the
have
windows.
That's
Oh.
fine. We'll be okay. We're okay.
And these windows are
Fine.
terrible. One of them already has a hole in them.
Yeah, come on.
Maybe that's how they're getting in. You know, the big ass broken window that we've just covered with paper.
I thought y'all fixed that.
I'm pretty sure we. I'm pretty
did,
sure we
we
fixed
did.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
We probably fixed it.
Oh well, if we want another broken window, let's go.
I mean,
No, I'm good.
I feel like we should go with the 100 gold or Galliffer one. We just tossed in 20 gold each.
Okay. That works.
Do we all have to be there for the casting of the spell? Because we also want Tresh, right, to be able to get in. Do we want Tresh to be able to get in?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she's the one who pays the building fees
Yeah.
or owns the
So,
place.
so we buy the lock and we wait to get it installed. And we bring someone back with us.
I mean, we could, but if it takes a significant amount of time, then we're not going.
How long does it take to install the lock? The arcane lock?
Does not take any. It only takes a few seconds.
Okay. But they have to
But-
come down here and do
Yeah, it'll take you probably about like 40 minutes to an hour to walk to the nearest place to begin with,
Okay.
because they're very selective about where they Cone Rock has their offices.
it. But they're not selective about where they put their locks.
No,
And does it need all of us present for the casting of the spell?
no.
Well, so we could just have like a written thing where it's like a chaos, Galen, Velveteen, Lila, Twister,
Trash.
Trash, so on and so forth.
Yeah, as long as the people are designated, they'd be allowed to open it.
Okay. We can just
How does
designate
that
them then.
work?
I'm just curious.
Just out of curiosity.
You can give a name or have an idea of a person in your head as like ones who can be free of the spell's like locking effect.
Okay. Follow-up question though. Follow-up question. Would we need Lieutenant Squeakers to also be on this list?
Oh, fuck.
No, Lieutenant Squeakers is a rat who will
Lieutenant Squeakers
always
doesn't have
find a
to
way
unlock
in
the
and out.
door.
But I'm just
Yeah.
saying he might be coming home one day and he's like, squeak, squeak, squeak. Like I can't get inside. Squeak, squeak, squeak. What am I supposed to do?
Oh, no. Anyway, I guess
So we're
we should
buying the
probably-
arcane lock.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess we're heading on down. downtown.
Mhm.
Uptown or downtown?
Uptown, downtown,
Uptown, funk.
between town. Oh, before we go, I believe the two of you that aren't going. We may need to receive that payment now.
I don't have it.
25, everyone. Then.
Sorry, I don't have
Lila, do you have 25?
Do not include Arceus.
Okay, so you'll have to be with one of us if you ever want to get in or out.
Sorry, what was that?
All I
Lila?
have, I have 13
I
gold.
don't know. I gotta check.
I don't think no,
Don't-
Lila does not have the money.
Don't worry,
Oh, dope.
we'll cover you both this time, and next time maybe reimburse us.
You have
will
nothing, I assume,
get
Twister.
you next
I
time
have enough if we go 3 ways. I
Valentine,
have
how much do you have?
34 gold. I have
Oh,
34
good
Gallifers. So
I have 40.
I have 87. What are you all doing?
I'm unemployed, okay?
As am I.
Yeah, but you have a family. You have other means. You probably have
I'm buying
income.
stuff for
Also,
my
you're a
spells,
detective.
all right?
I'm homeless half the time.
You have a home. It's here. We're buying a lock for it.
Twister holds up his book for Bar of Knowledge. This book cost me 25 Gallifers, all right?
I bought new armor so that I don't die.
I just got here.
That's not, I'm not yelling at you. I'm yelling at the rest of them.
No, Lila. You.
My
you ain't-
AC was like 11.
I don't know
That's
what
a
an
personal
AC
problem.
is.
I'm laughing at
What
the
are you
fact
talking
that
about?
Caius and Lila aren't even there yet. We're having conversations in
No,
character.
we're
Oh
still
no,
here.
we haven't left
Yeah,
yet.
we haven't
Oh.
left yet.
I thought you guys already left and we're talking.
No,
No, we were trying to get paint.
we were
trying to get.
discussing it
Mhm.
before they left.
That makes more sense.
So
I will pay you back when I get my next paycheck.
okay.
Okay.
So So how are we splitting this?
I don't want to leave you both broke and or desolate.
But I don't want you to also have to pay everything. I mean,
Okay.
are you sure?
I mean, do I want to spend all my money? Absolutely not. If it's a matter of we're afraid of people breaking in when we are not there, I mean, while we are there, it's fine. I can sit at the door every single night for the rest of our lives if
That
we
sounds very
No.
uncomfortable.
need to. Okay, great. It's no harm on me. I just really sit there
No.
and think.
No.
Okay, great. So you want to buy an arcane lock?
Yes.
Okay. How are we splitting this? 3 ways? That'd be 33.33333333 Gallifers each.
Okay.
But I don't want to leave you. I will pay.
Having a good time there, Nate.
I
Yeah.
will pay 55 of it.
Okay. I'll pay 25. And then Velveteen can pay 20.
I can
Yeah.
throw in 10. If
You can throw in 10?
yes, I can throw in 10. Take
Okay.
you. Galen will do 45. I'll do 10, and you guys do what you do.
Oh, no. Galen's doing 45. Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with
You're
that.
doing 45. I can do 10, and you guys can do what you're doing.
Okay.
Great.
I can throw in some more homemade food.
How
That
much?
is lovely.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll give Galen 25.
Great.
I'll give 10.
I guess I'm buying.
Wait, why am I?
the arcane lock.
Why am I?
No, that's what I was thinking. I was like, why are you
Why am
giving
I
the money?
giving
We're
him-
going
Why am I
with
giving
them.
him the money now when I can just?
I can
head
go
over
by
there?
myself if you all really want me to.
No.
Okay.
Going
None of
with
us
you.
should be alone right now.
None of us should be alone.
Great. Now that we've had this 1 hour long discussion, Nate, I hate that answer. Now let's leave.
All right.
Oh my god.
We
Tissy.
I'll
can
give my 10 to
cut-
Galen.
We can cut this part short. You all
No, I
just
wanted to barter. I don't want to barter.
you can all just go ahead and say that you're able to go to a Kundrak office, kind of like get someone to come down, with a promise you'll keep them safe because high rich safekeeper probably in danger in a space right next to like not too far away from a criminal enterprise's leader. But yeah, you can go ahead and get them down there. They install the lock itself. That you see like this well adorned silver and iron lock that is kind of like being fit into the store, and then after that's kind of like put in, the Kundrak member will go ahead and then just cast the spell designating Achaeus, Galen, Twister, Velveteen, Lila, and Tresh.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else, or is that it?
If someone were to come in with us, like we came in and then they came in behind us, would it set it off?
No, it's just about opening the door.
Yeah, it's just unlocking the door.
Yeah.
1 second, I'm learning to read. I'm learning to read for the first time. Okay, that's how you spell it.
That's all I would want to get in.
Oh my lord.
Oh,
Jump scare warning, Mayday.
Mayday just leaping into frame.
Yeah, and she's just standing here because Tizzy is right here in her path to the window.
Alright, so the names are given and identified for the lock, and it is set within a few seconds, and the Alskunrock member will thank you for your service, take your already taking your payments at the office, and then ask for some escort on the way up. All of this done, and you all return to where you were.
Great. So how does unlocking it work? We just have to say like a word? What's the keyword to say to get in?
Shooby dooby doo.
Yeah, you need to set a password that you'll speak out.
Is it the same for everyone?
Yes.
Okay. What's our password, besties?
That's a good question.
This is
I'm
the
trying
next
not to blare out a very stupid answer.
Yeah, same. I
Hold
was gonna
on,
say,
Stone.
like,
I've
Salt
got
Life.
this. Why not we go with lasagna?
I was gonna say spaghetti.
Same brain cell.
What if it was Garfield? or Heathcliff, depending on the day. It switches every other day from Heathcliff to Garfield.
Oh my gosh.
Is that possible?
Do we want a serious name, a serious phrase for it?
But if we go with a serious phrase, it might be something, if someone gets in our heads, they might,
But
give a
theoretically, it only
guess.
works for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
What if what happens last time happens again, where they look like Galen, and then they say the password?
Could I do like a flashbackative Arcana check to see if I know what kind of magic this is, if it is like soul based or just kind of like appearance and name based? Great. Roll.
I'll give
one,
you
that
guidance.
one. Okay. Love to hear it. D4, a 16.
Alright. With a 16. Alright, this aberration based magic, so obviously because it's about protection and warding away. But when it comes to like the target itself, it's one where like a disguise won't be able to fool the spell.
Okay.
If you like someone using disguise self or putting up some other illusion, or to try it wouldn't work.
Okay.
The same
Cool.
if someone was trying to mimic another person's voice.
Fascinating. So what's our password? Should be It doesn't really matter, I suppose, right? If no one else can copy it, then it could be really anything. It could just be password. Right?
Could
Could
be
be one, two, three,
password.
four.
Could, I mean...
I mean, what's I know that I believe this is a phrase that the youth like. Poggers?
Gosh.
PogChamp.
I have an idea of
Yes.
one. How about, because this is the eyes of many, we go with La Morales and Sons.
I like that one a lot, actually. I think we should go for that one. I'm all for
I
it.
was gonna say Revenant in to kind of call back to our first case.
But not all of us know that.
Hi.
We're all over the board with this password decision.
Really
We should
are.
just say y'all think
We have a
it's a
password.
Oh.
and move on.
Yeah, we come up with a password and let's please move on. This is exhausting.
So does it auto lock behind us? Because when Tresh comes home and we have to we just kind of have to wait for Tresh to show up so we can be like, oh, by the way, there's a password now.
Yeah, it auto sets up when it's closed.
Okay, cool. So we have to kind of vibe and wait around for Tresh to appear. I can vibe at the door.
Yeah, we're just gonna vibe until Trish comes home. I'll just sit in the lobby and read, I guess.
I will read this day's or week's edition of the newspaper. I don't know if it's a daily thing or a weekly thing.
Why are you all reading?
Oh, you're reading
What
the
the
paper?
fuck? Why is everyone reading?
Nerds.
The fuck are
Okay.
you? What are you reading?
Users?
I'm over here reading how the weekly events are going.
You're
Oh.
reading the comics again. You're on the comics
No,
page.
no,
I can see that.
I'm not. No, I'm not.
Insight
I-
check.
You've got a pair of scissors out and you're cutting out the Garfield comic.
I
can
don't
see
think.
it.
I don't think so. I mean,
I'm over here just reading the paper. That's
Just
all
trying to
I'm
pass the
doing.
time until Trash gets
Alright.
back.
The only one that would be able to see that I'm actually reading the comics would be a KS.
It's like saying next to you, like glancing over every so often, you just see him chuckle.
Yeah. Oh, Mama Duke, that is hilarious.
oh, Mama dude.
I will say, reading today's, the latest Sharn Sentinel. Headline written by Tyson Tware.
Oh, that bastard.
Tavik Watch stopped smugglers. A month ago, the Sharn Watch of Tavik's Landing, led by Commander Yana Iatalan, found a compound hidden near the airship port. Noticing suspicious behavior and as of yet named characters of note entering, the Watch began their investigation. Gargu sized and matched to manifest known gang members coming in, and some intel alerted the Watch to what was happening. This compound that was smuggling drugs and kidnapped people. Taking up swords and wands, the Watch began the raid on the building. Skirmish came as the Watch fought the smugglers. Magic and metal flew through the air and struck person and structure alike until the dust had settled. Standing atop were the Watch who destroyed and dismantled the drugs they found and freed the kidnapped victims. Yet another mark of glory and valor for the heroic Commander Yana and her Watch. Ever looking out for the people of Tavik's Landing, they are what the rest of the Watch should aspire to be like. Some question what the Watch are doing in other areas of the city and if they truly are our wards or just layabouts. Some even have the sentiment that Yana should take charge from her father, Lord Commander Ian Irtalan, who's been criticized for favoring the wealthy over the common citizen. Whatever the case, we can still be happy that at least we have Yana and good-natured civilians in Sharn ready to protect everyone.
That's a lot of fluff.
Yeah, that's how newspapers are.
So some time passes by before eventually you kind of hear someone try at the handle and hear Trish go, "What the fuck?" It's just kind of start knocking on the door.
I'll
Hello?
open it.
What the?
I'll open it. We got a lock.
That was a weird password.
What?
Never mind. Well, about time there's a lot to set in.
Yeah, it's magic and all that.
So how have things been the rest for you? Find anything new?
Here's this Ziploc bag on the coffee table. It's covered by a blanket right now.
Yeah, I didn't want to look at it, so I covered it.
Ah. Arts and crafts, huh?
Mm-hmm. Getting some lovely gifts and some lovely writing of text inside of the house on
It said
someone's
soon.
window.
Mm-hmm. Totally great, not foreboding at all.
Of course not.
And where was this?
In my room.
Twister's room.
Oh, well, sorry to hear that, Twister.
Insight check.
Yeah, what the fuck?
God damn.
Oh. Oh, thank God. Someone's there.
Velveteen with a
Oh, she's
21.
lying.
With a 21, it's meant to be a note of, oof, that's rough.
That's rough, buddy.
That's rough, buddy.
Yeah. Like, okay.
How you holding up?
Horribly. Thank you for
Well-
asking.
That makes sense. Trish just got like silent look between all of you.
Are you going to start? Or what?
Do you want me to prepare a window for you so you can be halfway in, halfway out when we can do this?
It's not the right time still. Some things
And-
need to be prepared.
And when is the right time?
May I
Twister gets up from his spot.
ask a question?
You can ask a question, but I don't know if I can answer right now. Frankly, things already, well, pretty much into the shitter right now just by you this being a thing to even hint at.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
What were you doing talking to Swiftclaw? I was working at that time.
Hold on a real quick second. And you kind of like see Tresh go ahead and just kind of like mess around with a satchel to her side. Take out a crystal, put it up against her eye, and kind of like looking around the area. Alright. Oh, thank you for the raid. Hope by the way.
Oh, cute.
Oh.
Hello.
Hi Raiders, how are you gamers doing today?
Cute.
Hope you had a good stream. Just in the middle of a hard-pressed conversation right now. Anyway, right, there's nothing right here right now. Okay, I had gotten, let's just say I got a warning of sorts for some people, and try to give it to them. It's bizarre sounding things aren't exactly easily taken.
What was the warning?
They were being targeted. Some of them already got something like what Twister got. Some of them still hadn't gotten it when I gave the warning. Try to help.
And then Swiftclaw got it.
Swiftclaw got it soon after. Ever try to help? Try to find out when and where. For this wasn't supposed to be a thing y'all got yourselves into. This is some of the messier business.
And where did you get this lead? This information to give out these warnings?
I cannot tell you.
Oh, that's very convenient, isn't it?
There will be a time.
Gonna just do this.
I'm
You see
gonna-
Twister ball up his fist.
I'll use fuck. God damn it, Arceus. You're goddamn -3.
You love a
Do
cave.
better. Do better.
So, not now, later, but you don't know when later, or we just pussyfooting around?
I
Some
presume.
things need to be prepared first.
Okay.
And we have some issues with some of you in the ways that this can happen.
What are
We
you
need to
talking?
figure out first.
Okay. Elaborate.
What do you mean, some of us?
There's some peculiarities with the way she takes that crystal, looks around again. Some peculiarities in the way that my information is given to me and I give information back. I cannot elaborate further. No one's looking right now, but you never know when they're gonna start.
Then just keep holding it up to your eyeball. You're that concerned about it? Let's have a chat. Oh. Of course it's
Stop
not.
being so fucking cryptic. Either say it or don't.
It seems like it's a delicate matter.
Yeah, and my life's a delicate matter too.
Twister, what I can let you know right now is
I
you
punch trash.
We'll never know what she was about to
Let's just
say.
go off.
Why?
He is very high strung right now. 19.
Jesus Christ.
Right. She'll go ahead and take the hit, and you see it through pretty much, just kind of like seem to be more of a glancing blow as she shrugs off some of it. I'm sorry that you already got yourself caught up in a crossfire for something. Well, you and some others got caught in a crossfire for some plans from people that are far beyond all of you right now.
All of us. I presume you're also talking about the encounter that Arceus and I had. That are the matters that we've gotten ourselves caught up with. Yes?
I do not think they would care about any of you.
All right. First of all, you're all lucky that I'm here. Continue. That's all I had to say.
I did not mean that negatively, I just mean I thought they would think of you all as simple peons, not worth messing with.
I
You're-
mean, hey,
You're all
come
hired
on.
because I brought you all on because I know how skilled you all are.
Galen's a well-known detective.
Thank you. I am.
Well-known detective who found themselves in at the bottom of Sharn itself, taking up cases for much smaller pay than we was getting before.
Money isn't a thing that I need to worry about. And I might as well help people that need help. Sorry, I'll stop helping people that need help. And I'll go back to charging exorbitant amounts of money for easy work.
You aren't making as much of a name for yourself down here as you were above.
I don't need a name. I already
That's
have
the
it.
point. If you're someone spending more time up above, getting your name out in the papers every day, yeah, they'd be paying more attention to you for sure.
What do you want, Trash?
No.
Either tell us what we need to do to stop whatever's going to happen to Twister, or you can go off and do your little dalliances or go solve your own cases that you're not privy to tell us about. Why hire us then?
Saying it's complicated would make things worse.
Yes,
So
it
I'll
was.
just say, somehow, some way, sometime down the line, Destiny will kick in. If it hasn't already.
I asked you a question about how to stop the thing that's happening and not you to spout on some bullshit about Destiny. Great game, I'm sure. But
I don't read this stuff. I don't understand it. I'm not the one who makes these plans. I only have a limited skill set myself.
So back to Twister.
Velveteen has a question.
Now Velveteen is raising his hand.
Velveteen?
So we were supposed to wait on Destiny to kick in. Is this before or after someone who is one of your associates is murdered? Do we just wait for Destiny to kick in? Because if we do that, Twister's gonna die, more people are gonna die. We're left in the dark fighting unknown things that have already killed one of our associates that had to be brought back. Does Destiny have a date or a time so we can speed that up? Because I don't want to bury my friends.
Destiny doesn't even have one goddamn flow in this world. I don't know
Cool.
any of this.
Okay.
All I know is somehow you knights from the gutters will be the ones to do something. You'll be able to stop this cult.
Fucking bitch. Goddamn.
So how are we
I'm
gonna
not the one
keep
to get this
Twister from
information.
dying?
Yeah, great,
You
cool.
all-
Knights from the gutters, some cult mystery Destiny thing, some prophecy that you obviously called us all together for a specific reason. Obviously, why you pulled a random person whose name you hadn't even gotten off the street. No offense, obviously, Layla. But you clearly have some other thing. But answer the goddamn question: what do we do to stop Twister from getting murdered, probably tonight?
Find and kill your person before he gets to you.
Thank you, Trash. You're a
You
wonderful
already have
detective.
the information.
What information? We don't know who they are. We don't necessarily know how to track them down. Or are you saying that they're the same lovely person that almost murdered Achaeus in one fell swoop yesterday?
What we're dealing with, while they're definitely being influenced by something else, and I don't think they're attached to the party I'm worried about directly, they are following the typical patterns to a large degree of what you see. Galen, you're a detective. You've solved serial killer cases before.
Yes, of course.
They had their slow start, which
Yes.
ramped up, got more brutal, more precise. These killings, though, have been much more frequent. They're in their rampage state.
Of course.
They're
100%.
slipping up, getting losing some of their stuff at the scene, and making it more obvious where they are. Look at where the
Taylor
bodies.
bot.
Look at where the bodies were dropped.
Oh, yes, yes. We know that information. I was going to put it on the board, but then there was the whole flower bouquet situation. Where's the corkboard? This is me putting
it's
pins on the
overwhere.
corkboard. This is me doing it.
Oh my god. It's
Oh,
an
wow,
arrow
they're
pointing
here.
right us. It's an arrow
pointing right at you,
here.
Trash. It's time to die.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
Uh-oh.
you are, by the way, able to kind of like, after doing all of this, it probably even comes to your mind even more, kind of like taking these, take these thumbtacks and like the string, all the stuff putting together, you start noticing that there's a area where the lines begin to go ahead and like taking the not just like one dimension, but also kind of like trying to get a map of Sharn top and down, kind of like looking at all these things and noticing how they line up and kind of like actually go over specific areas, especially when you look at the later deaths and where the bodies were disposed. You can kind of like notice that all of them seem to be within 30 minutes of a neighborhood that is on the somewhere around where Lower and Middle Durham meet.
Ah, yes, we can go knocking door to door. Lovely.
You got it narrowed down.
Thank you,
that's-
Trav. You're so incredibly astute with your detective work and your people skills.
Galen, can you roll an investigation check as well?
Yeah, of course.
Can I give them a D4 or guidance?
Certainly. And does anyone want to help along with this as well?
Please
Okay.
come along with it.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll also help if I
Okay,
can.
I just need one person to give the
Okay.
help action.
oh.
Okay, so instead of a natural 1, that's
Okay,
a
I'll spend a hero
13.
point. Do I have... Oh, I think I've got one more today. I have one of my things, you know.
Okay.
Whatever that makes.
That'll be a total of 20.
Dirty 20.
Yeah. Alright, with a total of 20, all of this aid brought to you, you kind of like go from this kind of like this angry attitude over this I imagine you were having the whole time putting this up, kind of like realizing the neighborhood gave that comment a trash, and then you look back at it and it comes back to your mind as you're getting help from others. As you realize that you're looking at a warehouse neighborhood. A
Yep.
lot of these shops, you know, have been brought down and run down. This is not a populated area, or at least it shouldn't be. It's gonna be not gonna be like a matter of knocking on every door. You feel like you might actually be able to notice someone very quickly, actually, if you were to go into that spot.
Is this like the same like warehouse district that we were in before? With the
No, this one
is
is
a
a
different
couple
warehouse.
of
There's
blocks
so many-
away.
There's so many warehouse districts here. Was there anything else you wanted tonight, Trash? Or are
Not
you going to?
tonight. Tomorrow night, though.
Great, lovely. That's what destiny calls for, I suppose.
That's when there could be a chat with someone that knows more than me.
Great.
Okay.
I presume you're not going to help us stop this murderer. You've got something better and more profound to do. Yes.
I need to track down those people that nearly killed Achaeus.
Yes.
I had an old friend who almost found them before, and I will take up their work now that there is some fucking lead, and I will go ahead and exact my revenge.
Great. I'm glad that
Um,
you're very interested in them now.
Good luck. Man, that hurt.
That shit hurted.
Take backup. Backup, that's not me.
Hold on, I need to do something. real quick.
Make an insight check on me.
Uh,
I'm gonna kill Trash right fucking now. I'm gonna fucking twin
Bestie, I
cast
would
Chaos
not-
Bolt.
I would not stop you, bestie.
Oh, sorry, I don't think
Oh.
anybody here would.
I would. I don't think we should kill them. The vibes are
Thank you,
off,
thank you,
though.
Aaron, for seeing my bit.
Yep.
Vibes are quite
got you.
rotten right now.
Vibes are fucking rancid.
I love that part of that hit song, Thrift Shop. These vibes are fucking rancid, you know. I had to listen to the Thrift Shop like yesterday, and I hate
Man.
myself. Yeah.
Do be like that.
Do be like that.
Scooby-Doo.
Oh, can
Never
I
heard
stop
it.
yawning, please? Jesus Christ.
No.
All right. So,
So, do we want to do this tonight, or do we want to wait till?
We
You
can
good?
wait.
Yeah, I'm great.
You sure?
Uh-huh. Yep. Don't worry about me. Thanks.
Oh my
I'm-
gosh.
Very concerned.
Always am.
Do we want to wait to do this tonight, or do we want to wait till tomorrow? How are we all feeling today?
Apologies. I believe we should deal with this now because Twister is on a very limited timeline, I would believe, if we all are physically prepared, spell-wise, and everything. Right?
what's the insight check for Velveteen?
I mean, one of our teammates just picked up a lot of pace and started talking more quickly than they usually do.
I would just assume it's more of a I don't want Twister to die.
You don't notice anything, Velveteen, by the way. It's they're a hard person to read.
I would rather wait until we're sufficiently prepared. I don't really have anything prepared to deal with that right now. Maybe I'll just sleep in the same room.
Yeah, I'll sleep down here.
I mean,
I guess I
can-
should probably call off work.
And then first thing in the morning, just run there and deal with it.
Probably. Yeah.
Probably our best.
I get the point of haste scaling, I do, but if we run in and we're not prepared, then more than just me will die.
Of course. I mean, theoretically, we should be safe here.
Does everyone want to go grab some blankets and pillows and whatnot so we can
What time is it?
make camp down here?
I assume by this point it's kind of late.
At this point, it'd be like about 7 p.m.
Oh shit! I missed my.
Time to
That's my
make a
shift.
pillow fort.
I
You didn't
mean,
like call out while you were there, being like, "Hey, you know, my friend might be getting murdered."
No, I actually said I would see them tonight, so.
I mean, if you want to go,
We could make sure you get there and get home safely. It's no
I mean,
problem.
I'm sure I could just use invisibility to get there.
if you are certain you want to.
Yeah,
How long
I
is your
should be
shift? Is
fine.
your shift like 4 hours long? Because I could
Yeah,
I could take my long rest during it, and then I'll be
yeah,
fine.
it's usually about a 4-hour shift.
Okay, yeah, great.
Well, not
That's
usually
time
about a
for me to
4-hour shift, but usually
Um,
8 hours. But tonight was a shorter shift. I'll go. I'll just use invisibility to get there and back. I should be fine.
If you're sure, then go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not the one being targeted. I'll be fine.
Yeah, okay.
But if I see any of you alone, I'm
alright.
not trusting you.
That's odd.
Something.
Is Trish still there?
Trish left after like the end of
After-
her last speech. Yeah.
Yeah. Wonderful. That's all, I suppose. Get ready for bed.
Try to be
Um,
quiet when I come back.
Before we get to bed, before Arceus leaves to go to his shift, I'm gonna cast Aid. Just in case.
Thanks.
So I'm gonna, since
Nothing's
it
gonna
says
go
up to 3
wrong.
peepers I can target, I'm gonna target Achaeus, I'm gonna target myself, and I'm gonna target Velveteen. No, Galen.
Ooh. Get fucked.
That's.
I
mean,
I
that's the
lost
campaign
hit
so
points
far.
today
It's fine.
because someone hit me.
Target your max HP is up by 5 for 8 hours.
Cool.
Look, the bisexual disasters are just gonna be over here. It's fine.
Anything else you would like to do before the evening comes to a close?
I want to find one of my flashcards on trash.
The flashcard that you're able to find says Enforcer and Laura Dura, Heavy Drinker, Veteran, and it kind of like ends there, but you can see that there's a spot that looks like it could have been cut off because this card is a little smaller than the rest and a different piece of paper.
I'll put it back into my box. And I will sit, like, not right in, like, against the front door. I'll sit on, like, I assume the staircase is, like, right, kind of, like, near the front door. I'm just gonna sit there for my long rest.
Anything else for the evening?
Do I still
That'll
feel
work.
that? Do I still feel that magical tingle on the back of my neck?
Yes.
Ah, fun.
Yikes.
After some time, your body just adjusts to it being there, and it's not as noticeable.
Mm.
But it's every now and then you swear you can feel as if there's something scraping at your neck or...
Mm. Well, I'm gonna take my rest.
Alright. Achaeus, during your rest, can you make a charisma saving throw?
Terrifying.
Make a save to have a good dream.
That was
Oh,
a
me?
wisdom saving throw.
Or Achaeus.
It's just
Achaeus.
Yeah.
You're good at those, right? I mean,
Yeah. Plus
Better fucking
5.
be.
yeah, I mean,
Alright.
that's where I'm at.
Achaeus,
Hey.
for your sleep tonight, you're in a void. You're not falling or standing, you are just existing within this great emptiness around. It takes several minutes before you start to hear echoing words, the sounds of metal clashing against metal and wood, and the sizzling of fire. None of this felt or like any other sense. It's just a presence, an almost hearing going on within you in this dreamscape. And then you can hear the voice again. Oh. Remember what I said. Feel the blood.
Where do I
Flash
find the
even.
blood?
The one
Can I talk
you
back?
hunt. Yeah. Yes, you can.
Okay.
The one you hunt. There's so much of it, most likely. Steal the blood. That
It's the blood I
which
had before.
It is of the same make, but fresher, stronger. The tragedy should not repeat itself when you have this blood.
Okay.
Eventually, the sleep comes to an end, everyone's able to wake up.
Am I in one piece?
Yeah, I'm keeping
anime?
watch all night.
Galen, there was nothing that seemed to be happening to Twister, but you did notice in his sleep, every now and then his body would just seem to reflexively go to brush against the back of his neck.
Hate that. Wow.
Now we deal with this. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I have work. No, I'm kidding.
Everyone call out of whatever work you have.
I don't have to work till this evening.
Right.
The 8 is gone, by the way.
Okay.
Just in case you were keeping track.
So, shall we depart? Any final things? Any breakfasts or, I don't know, group yoga that we have to do?
I have been looking into what I've heard is called goat yoga.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Huh?
I've been meaning to try it.
I mean, we have to go, actually.
Yeah.
You eventually make your way to the neighborhood, about like a little under 30 minutes away from where you all live, actually. Ascending some stairs and moving across the towers of Dura. Before you kind of like see like a few different warehouses kind of like stacked against each other, with a couple smaller buildings, probably shacks and sheds that are kind of like squeezed between, and this smaller kind of like tower shape that stretches around, broken off at the top.
Before we left, Twister is going to grab the helmet for his armor and put it on. Altogether, it looks like he's more like a Warforged in this look, and it's mainly for, safety.
Kind of have the aesthetics.
It's the aesthetic.
Of all of Galen's different red suits he has, he's gonna wear his like least favorite one of them.
Ooh.
He's probably gonna get covered in blood and stuff. I know,
That's
right?
true.
It's only 5 layers instead of like his usual like 7 or 8 layers.
Oh my god.
I know, it's very scandalous actually.
How often is Galen, by the way, drenched in sweat?
I was about to say.
Never. Elves don't sweat, canonically.
Oh. Alright then.
Is that true?
Interesting. Hold on.
I've said it, so it's true. Who cares what that book says?
Elves
My goodness.
sweat.
I'm gonna.
Can elves sweat?
This is
Yes.
probably
Did
a
you read
nature
something
check.
that suggested otherwise?
19.
Thanks, Reddit. You're great.
Anyways, we had to fight.
Mhm.
Yep.
So how do you
When we-
go about trying to figure out which of these buildings is the one you want?
Eeny, meeny,
Roll,
miny, mo.
roll investigation check.
We all big brain this.
Alright,
Yeah.
I'll give some more information. Do you have like the couple of warehouse buildings and their shacks and sheds stacked between kind of like the shacks and sheds? You remember like the Stuart Little movie, The Little House?
No.
I've
seen
never
Yeah.
watched it.
Okay.
Stuart
Okay.
Little
So
movie.
here, I'll set the scene. Stuart gets adopted by the guy from House,
Oh my god.
and
Hugh
then
Laurie's in that movie?
Hugh Laurie is the
Yeah.
dad in this movie, and then Snowball's all like, "Meow, I'm a cat, see," and then he's like, "Go back to where you're from, see." This is 1 for 1, I promise. And then his
the rest of
birth,
the
I mean, you're not
Scream.
wrong with the
his
voice.
birth parents are assholes because they like essentially like they were like invested in crime, I believe. Follow me on
Any of
Switch for
these-
more really poorly described movies.
Anyway, the house is kind of like this very small, looks like it's only like 15 feet wide thing stacked between like a couple of brown house buildings in New York.
Hmm.
So it's, yeah, this much tinier squeezed in look for these like shacks and sheds between these warehouses that go up about like 3 stories as they wind up this broken tower.
I mean, Akaya's got a 21.
Oh, 21.
I did get a
Hell yeah.
21. Look at me go.
Oh, look at that.
I rolled well for the only time in the session.
Yeah.
Because once we go into combat, it's all gonna be thrown out the window. I'm never gonna hit anything.
Alright, Chaos. I'll say as you kind of like start walking around the place, looking over everything, you can see you can kind of like eventually track down a building where you can see that there is almost kind of like footprints, a bit of a trail left over as if there was activity, and you look down at all the prints as well and notice like along the dirt and dust, they all seem to match as if this is just one person going in and out of the same space.
Can I make a perception check to see if there's anyone like trying or looking at us or spying on us?
I don't give you a perception check on this one. You feel someone looking at you.
Love
Does-
that.
So can I go towards where the footprints are going?
You follow them and see that they lead into one of the warehouse buildings. A door that is about the same shape as the detective agency when you first got there. Boarded up windows all throughout. And you can see like there is like a cave, probably a caved in ceiling at the very top floor itself.
I'm casting.
I think
Bit of
this
a-
is
a
it.
bit of a stench.
Great.
I'm casting,
Yeah, I think this is it.
I'm casting aid
Mhm.
on myself, Velveteen, and Lila.
Does it look like
Um,
it's dark in the building that we're looking at?
Brian,
Yeah, it's
pick
probably
someone
dark
else.
inside.
Trust me.
All right then, Lila and Achaeus.
Yeah, it's like Akaya's is gonna get fucking murdered.
Yeah, get the melees here.
Yeah, I'll be okay. I'll be
I'm
fine.
I'm gonna cast Dark Vision on myself.
Oh, I have that.
I have dark vision, I think.
I don't.
I do.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Pro gamer strat. Let's just set the entire thing on fire. Everybody be able to see everything.
I mean,
Valid.
I thought about it.
You've been doing that enough lately.
So
I can no.
everyone's-
I can see. It's fine. I don't have to commit arson.
Everyone that got hit with aid gets 5 additional hit points.
Can I cast invisibility on myself?
No.
Certainly.
Did you say no?
No,
I
I said
did.
certainly.
I did.
No, not you. I mean Brian.
Okay.
Okay. First of all, for Brian.
Shall we? No, I assume we're trying to be stealthful when we're entering this building.
Yeah. I'm gonna roll stealth and pray.
I'm gonna cast Emboldening Bond.
Is it at advantage because I have invisibility?
Yes.
It is
Yeah.
an advantage, so
Like-
it's not a 5.
I like to
I'm
imagine though if
gonna-
it wasn't a chaos is like I'm invisible and immediately just falls.
Second thing I'm doing,
Runs
before
into
we
a
go
door.
in, I'm gonna cast Bless on myself. Actually, no, I'm gonna cast Bless on Velveteen. On
Is it not concentration?
Achaeus.
No.
8 is not concentration.
8 hours.
On Achaeus.
Oh wow.
And on Lila.
Bless is the thing we get a D4, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna cast Emboldening Bond on me and Galen.
Alright,
Oh, nice.
less is a minute
Yeah.
duration as well.
That's fine.
Alright, so
Yes.
with the second cast, it would be down to 54 seconds immediately.
Okay, so
Guess we're stealthing in.
Let's roll that stealth.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I reached Galen, so I'm okay with that.
Fuck, dude. I mean,
This is a lot of bad rolls.
I got a 14, so I'm fine. Well, a 16. So bye, losers.
Mine's a normal roll, so I got a 15. It's fine.
Don't you have? You have a heavy armor.
He has
You got
heavy
natural
armor,
one.
so you got a nat 1.
We're both heavy armor
Crying.
people.
That's stupid.
The highest roll here is a 14, huh?
It's a 16, but yes.
Sorry, 16. You're right.
Galen and Ikea's got 16s.
Look, we're not great at this.
Yeah.
Wait, your D4, Aaron.
Ah, yeah, it's not gonna do much.
The
but-
D4 for that nat 1. Roll 1. Roll 1.
God, I fucking hope so.
Roll one.
Hey.
6.
Hey. So you all make your entrance within this building. Going through the door, the first sight you see is a chewed up and destroyed rug right in front. A scurry of a swarm of cockroaches nearby. Those with the vision to see can see them heading in from out underneath and out of the rug itself. Yes, Velveteen?
No, I was doing yes. Sorry.
Okay.
Petting the cat.
No.
To your immediate right, there is an open doorway that just goes ahead, and people with dark vision can see past and look there and notice that there is a well that is situated in that section, or at least something shaped as such.
Oh no.
The hallway continues down with two kind of like spots to the right from where you are that go have like their own doorway or other exits, and to the left side you can see a doorway and an opening in the hall as well.
Can I look down the well?
Alright, this will take you another 2 rounds.
Gosh.
Make a perception check as you look into the well.
Perception. D4. 21.
With a 21, you look down the well, and you can see there's a bunch of rocks nestled down. Or at least that's what you would have thought at first. But continuing to stare down there, you can see tossed alongside are gray and long removed, yet somehow still preserved hearts. They have no color to them, as if they've been drained completely already as well.
Oh. There's hearts in this well.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Gonna investigate, I guess. There was another open doorway you were saying?
Yes, there's an opening to the hallway right after that doorway to the right, another one a little bit after that's wider to the left, and there's also another doorway to the left and another doorway to the right far beyond.
That's too many doorways, Nate. I'm going to the next quickest one that isn't the Well of Hearts.
Okay.
It's like Jar of Hearts, but bigger.
So continuing along down the line, you start to hear kind of like a noise of sort, a chatter, as you approach this. Soon.
Yeah.
Hearts only one. Soon. They're here. You hear them. You look down the door, trying to stealth your way through,
I got a 16.
and you see, as you take as you kind of like do this pier, you see a human male about 5'10" in height, modded, patchy now at this point, dark hair that flows at the long spots down near like the shoulders. There is what seems to be at one point fine tailored clothing along them that is torn up at spots, both looking like a mixture of cuts or moth-eaten, and like a bit of a raggedy kind of like shawl that they put over them as well. And nestled into their right hand, you can see a dagger that has edges along one of the sides, resembling that of a spinal cord.
Ooh, spicy.
And you kind of like look around, you also notice around them that they seem to be on a space that has been a matter of multiple rocks and other debris and desks and so on that have been combined together to form this altar-like structure.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see on top of it is another body. And this one seems to be just being finished up.
Great.
And that like the person's taking the face right off, and one's kind of like one take, and just starts taking it over to a rack of several different faces, and just kind of like holds it up along and drives a nail in to keep it up with the rest.
Do we know the face? Or is it just like a rando face?
The face seems to be that of a middle-aged halfling woman.
Okay.
And all along the space where the body was at, where he came from, the whole area is completely caked in blood.
Great. I'm gonna.
Sorry, another thing, because there's just a lot to describe.
Yeah,
on this
no,
one, I'm
go
sorry.
off. No.
Next to the altar as well, you can see that there is a giant, about like 5-foot urn of sorts.
Cool. I'm gonna telepathic speech whoever is furthest away from me but in my line of sight.
Could I have followed Galen in?
I don't know, can you see me?
Can you see me?
Well, to be fair, yeah, no one can see Achaeus right now.
Oh yeah, no, that's valid. So yeah, not Achaeus. Whoever's in the back, Velveteen, I will telepathic speech go. Found him over where I am. I'm in your head. It's okay. It's actually me.
Okay. Wait, I can.
You can communicate back. You have 3 minutes of this. 4 minutes of this.
So what do we do?
I don't know, but because we didn't go last night, it looks like we have lost another victim. So that's pretty pog of us.
Do we want to like reconvene momentarily and speak of this, or do we just want to move?
They also
towards
appear to
them?
know that we are here from the muttering that they were doing.
So do we just approach them at this point? Because
IDK. I can wander back if we so desire, but the more we move, I don't know. I'm coming back. Hi, everyone.
Oh, hi.
so from what I just heard from Galen in my head, well, they know we're here.
Yep. Target is in that room. Just finishing off half lane.
Oh.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. I don't see a cast. Arceus.
I'm right here.
Ah.
I'm literally like 2 feet to your right.
Well, I can't see you. It's not fair. I can't see you. It's not fair. Apparently, according to Galen, they know we're here. So what should we do?
I mean, attack,
Kill them.
kill. Yeah.
Maybe
I
I can go
mean-
in and try to get a surprise attack because they can't see me.
That would probably be for the best, but make sure you stay safe just a little bit.
I mean, follow me in.
I mean,
Just not like right behind. I'll just go a few feet ahead of everyone.
that works for me. Lila, does that work for you?
Sure.
What about you, Twister?
I'm fine with that. Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Okay. So we start moving in that direction. We
Yeah.
we wait for a KS who. Wait,
I'll
did
go
you
ahead and-
did you drop your invisibility or is it
No.
just... That's what I was making sure. I don't know how far ahead you would be though.
That sucks for you.
That sucks for all of us.
I'll just make sure that I'm ahead of you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Just go and I will be ahead of you. I'll go like 15 feet in front of you.
Gotta hope that a case is there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Alright.
We'll start stealth. Well, I guess quietly moving stealth, but stealth doesn't really matter right now.
I mean, I'm still stealthing. Oh, I'm gonna stealth back to the doorway where I was,
Alright.
so I have line of sight. How far away am I from the man when I stand where I was stand? In.
You are about 45 feet away.
Okay.
And as you look back, you can see the person go ahead and just dig their hands, scoop them into the urn, and just kind of like lift them to his face as he begins drinking from within.
Great. Cool.
No, I hate this.
I will go in with my scythe drawn and attempt to get a sneak attack.
Okay, roll me a charisma saving throw.
Oh, because of the urn.
Because of the blood that you're here
No,
to get.
actually, don't roll that. Roll me two
Oh.
separate d4s.
3 separate
I don't like that.
D4s.
What is
Don't
happening?
like
Holy
whatever
shit.
that is.
So 3D4.
No, two separate ones. Okay,
Oh,
so
two.
a 2 and a 3. Alright.
Case
I'm very
turns around and kills me. God damn. Knew
It's
it.
like, as you make your approach, you can feel your eyes begin to grow heavy, and you close them as there's a bit of a pain shooting through your head. And as you open your eyes, what is presented before you is a different scene. The one who is drinking from the urn, you now see to be of an older human man, a certain caretaker that you've known in your past, Willard,
Oh.
Uh-huh.
No.
who is simply drinking from a mug as far as you can see.
Oh,
And
no.
lying on the table, resting in peaceful sleep, is a certain two-year-old toddler of yours, Lily.
No.
Is a saving? Can I make a saving though if I can like believe this, or if I could be like, no, this isn't real?
Okay, after seeing this, now you can make your charisma saving throw.
Okay, I'm like, there's something. It's bless up. Did bless stay up, or is that gone?
I think Bless
That
is
was a
gone at this
minute.
point.
Yeah.
I'd say Bless has 5 more rounds of this point.
Okay, so bless is
Oh.
still up.
That's generous.
It's generous. I wouldn't have done that.
No.
Got this. I believe in you.
Yeah. Come on.
Alright, fine, Bless is gone. Fine.
No,
how about
it's
that?
not. You said it.
Stop.
No.
Alright, that's a total of 27 there.
Nice.
And with that, you kind of like shake your head, kind of like, and the vision fades from you, and you kind of like notice like something seemed to be whispering to you from the urn itself, and you just see continuing to scoop And that finishing up and then looking back at the altar is the haggard human.
Alright, can I make an attack against him?
Certainly.
Is it at like
It'll be at advantage.
Lit.
They do not know of your presence.
Ooh, nice.
Alright. Yeah, that'll go ahead and hit for sure with the advantage of 28. And I'd say as you are mid-stroke, the head snaps over to Twister's direction itself, and there's a bit of a flash of a smile as you before you strike, and there's shock.
Bestie, no.
It's a bad roll.
I
That's
think
not
I
a
know.
good roll.
Nope. That was really unfortunate of a damage roll.
Alright, 6 points of slashing damage, and we are going to find ourselves brought into initiative here.
Okay, let's go.
Here we go. Bring us there.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-bop.
Okay, I'll send you all over to the page now.
Gimme. Oh God. Where is this man? Is that him?
He's
him?
right here, yeah. Hard to
Him?
see right now, I understand.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the Hartwell.
Yeah.
Okay, it's just like right up next to him, like in his whole like
Yeah,
zone.
you all go ahead and I'll bring.
I was peeking around the door.
Yeah, everyone can go ahead and move themselves to where they would
I'm behind,
be at this point too.
I'm behind Galen.
God
It's a,
damn, that's so much blood.
Where's the initiative tracker? Here we
There
go.
it is.
It's in blood, you know.
Yeah.
All I ask is I roll well. Please roll well. Please roll. Fuck off.
You're a cleric.
I am. I don't get to roll well.
Nice 20 initiative.
Thank you. Got a dirty 20.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, he sucks. That guy sucks.
The one that rolled a 5, right?
And I was talking about the bad guy, but
Okay. No, you said that as my
But you
number
know.
up here, and I was like, oh.
That's
I
true.
thought you were talking about
did-
Velveteen too.
no. What the fuck? Do you guys think I'm an asshole? I'll leave the chat right now.
No, it's just
I'll
you said it
cry
at the moment
again.
my number up
Nate
here.
already
and I
made me
was like,
cry. I'll cry again.
I
What do we
don't
roll
like that
for...
the initiative might have hinted at something.
What do we roll
I thought I had
for
that fixed.
contested
I
numbers
didn't-
or
it doesn't-
whatever?
It's not showing us anything.
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about, Nate.
I
Yeah,
assume
I
you're
don't know
talking
either.
like it's not showing the name of the character, if that's what you're saying.
Oh,
Why is the case's name spelled wrong?
what is it?
Yeah, I don't
forget
see a
that's what you
case's
have.
name.
Hey,
Why
Brian.
is it spelled wrong?
We both rolled
That's what you
5s.
put
Do you
it.
want to go first?
It's up to you.
No, you can go first. I don't mind.
But
Okay.
yeah, the slash goes across the person's back, and you can hear him just kind of like cry out. Come to steal the treasure.
Oh my god.
Lila, it's your turn now.
Oh,
And
so-
as you see, Akea is kind of like just go out of invisibility with the strike.
That wasn't very nice.
Oh, we are far away from this fucker.
Thank you for doing that, because that was a drop bar. So. Right there. Beginning of the blood. Good.
Tiffany, I need you off of my mouse.
So I'll move out. I'm not in range yet. Unless I pull a Tiffany.
No. No.
Alright,
Oh,
is that
no.
going to be it for your turn then?
Yeah.
You can use your action to dash to get there, at least, if you wanted.
Keep forgetting I have dash. Yeah, it's probably smart. That gives me what, an extra 15 feet?
30.
Full
Oh,
movement.
no. Oh,
Yeah.
full
Or,
movement,
yeah.
okay. Jesus.
It's whatever your movement is.
Can my... I don't want to keep moving my character sheet, thank you. So I'll move up right next to them after using dash. That was not very nice. And I will straight up hit him.
You already used your action to dash, though.
Oh, yeah. I'm dumb. Ignore that. We'll die.
A battle axe. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, you know.
It's
Alright.
not a surprise. When I introduced my character, I said, "Oh, she has
Yeah.
different weapons."
Yeah, that's true. Me. Hello.
Yeah, Galen now.
Hi. I'm gonna skitter along the wall like a little guy. How dark is this room?
It is completely entrenched in darkness. There are a few beams of light that come through cracks, but that's it.
Great. Cool. As a bonus action, I'm casting Shadow Blade.
Shit then.
Shadow Blade, if I use the sword to attack a target that is in dim light or darkness, I get advantage on the roll. And it's I can throw it. So I'm gonna throw it. And I'm blessed, yes.
You are
Mhm.
blessed. There
Well,
are
you
four
don't
more
you don't
rounds
have
now.
bless. You have the emboldening bond.
Oh,
To basically bless.
Yeah.
also,
18?
Yeah, an 18 will hit. Also, like, there are 4 rounds now with bless after that surprise round.
Yes.
Alright.
Alright, so that would be 15 points of psychic damage now.
Yes. Yeah, that's all I'm doing. I'm just kind of skirting along the wall. Is this the face wall? Which wall is the wall covered in faces? Because I don't want to be leaning against this wall
That
if it's
is
the face
on the
wall.
far southern side.
Okay, great. It's not this wall. Love to hear it.
So gross.
Alright, Achaeus, you're already right up there.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to curse. To use Hexblade Curse on the target. So they are cursed for 1 minute.
I get hecked.
And then I'm going to just hit him again.
Sounds like a plan.
Can I move over here and be flanking first, please? Please.
Alright, you know, with the natural one.
Nate?
Yeah.
Don't you have
Okay.
lucky?
I mean, yeah, but if I'm over here and I'm flanking, then I get advantage on it, and it's a nat 20.
Alright, we can say
Please?
that's a goof on moving, and you can just do that nat 20.
Thank you.
Mhm.
I owe you my
Nate's gonna
life.
make you suffer because of that.
I mean, as if he wasn't going to already.
Yeah.
That's true.
For a natural 20, getting you a total of 12 damage, thanks to Hexblade's curse as well.
Look at me go. I can't wait till next level when I can hit twice.
Hey Nate,
Yeah?
you'll maybe want to move the screen a bit more to the right.
Oh
It's
yeah, on the
barely
info
showing.
screen.
Yeah, it's barely showing the enemy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sorry, thanks for that.
There you go.
Yeah, that'll be my turn.
Alright then. It's the human's turn now. The killer's turn. Who, after being just absolutely smacked and slashed across, is not looking the greatest right now, but just kind of like takes one hand to the chest and begins by just cackling. Oh, you will not rob me today. No, not until I have my fun. And it's going to go ahead and use one action to effortlessly pick up Achaeus. The next is going to throw you over to Galen.
Oh, great.
A strength that seems to be far beyond what this scrawny individual has to show for themselves. They're gonna go ahead and
You just get fucking yeeted by everything, huh? Remember when that robot almost threw you into the fucking lava?
all right. That'll be a
Yeet the bunny boy.
12 to hit Galen.
That
no.
is AC 13, baby.
Yeah.
I'm
so
dexterous.
Galen-
We love that.
Galen's able to go ahead and just dodge.
Oh,
and,
sorry,
like,
you're gonna
avoid getting
slam
hit
into the
by-
wall?
Just gonna avoid getting hit by a Chaos, who's still going to go ahead and take 6 points of damage from being thrown and tossed way across the side of the area. And is then going to use their next bit to go ahead and just try to stab right. Take the bone dagger and just stab right into Lila. That's a 27 to hit.
Yes.
Alright. I need you to make a constitution saving throw as well.
Christ.
And you'll take a total of 15 damage too. Alright, with 15, you can feel as the dagger is pressed into your skin that there is something being injected out into you, but you're able to kind of like just kind of like ward it off where now it's not able to affect you, but you can feel a bit of a tingling around the area that you were stabbed. That's their go, Velveteen.
I thought Twister was gonna go first.
I
Twister.
mean Velveteen or Twister.
Twister can go first.
Okay. I'll go in. That's the wrong. Well, I do need to see how far I can go. I'll be at the midpoint between
Through
a
the
chaos. Yeah, no, totally through the wall. I'll be at the midpoint between a chaos, not chaos, but like Galen and Lila. And Twister sees this like scrawny man just pick up and throw a chaos. He's like, that's weird. That's not cool. He's going to with one of his hands, you see this kind of green-blue energy start to form in it, and he just holds it back and then just launches it forward as he casts Guiding Bolt.
Alright. Let's see how this holy energy works.
25.
25 will hit.
9 points of radiant damage. I rolled shitty on that.
Yikes.
Alright. And with that, there is now the same energy just wrapping itself around the target. He was just kind of like, as soon as you kind of like step out and unleash the attack, looks over to you. Do you enjoy my gift? I have more
No.
consent.
No, I didn't.
And let me at the end of your turn there.
That will be the end of my turn.
Alright, Velveteen.
Move here. Let me get the distance on this real quick. Move here. Go pew pew.
And I will say, because of where Lila is, there is going to be like a bonus to the target's AC, just because of cover kind of tech working here.
Okay.
The +2 to the AC, so you'll just so you'll miss both. You'll miss that shot then.
Okay. That's it for me.
All right.
I can't do much.
That's fair.
Back over to Lila.
I think Aaron's BRB'd. Still? Yes?
I believe
Oh.
so.
Between Galen and the bunny boy whispering to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see
One.
that now.
So what do we think this guy's deal is, huh? Demon blood makes strong?
Yeah.
Not. And then why did you get a whole little like cutscene? What made you so special?
I did get a cutscene.
What the fuck?
It's okay. It's okay.
I wanted a little cutscene too. I wanted
What-
something fucked to happen to me.
Listen,
I guess that was
listen.
earlier with Trash.
Listen,
But-
I figured it out. Okay, I'm okay being the Krillin of the group, guys. It's fine.
Don't know what that means. Is
What does that mean?
Okay, so
that Dragon Ball Z?
Galen
Yes.
is Vegeta. Achaeus is Goku.
Why am I Vegeta?
Am I the protagonist?
You're the protagonist. I'm Krillin. Brian, do you want to be Piccolo or Tenshinhan?
Piccolo. Because then I have
No
plot
idea
relevance
what that's
still.
Wait, no, hold on. Becca, I'm sorry, you're Piccolo. Because you're a
Oh.
good dad.
Oh. Thank you.
So that means Achaeus is Goku, who's a bad dad.
I'm surprised that you're calling Galen like a good dad when he famously has talked to his son
No.
twice.
No, I was
Yeah.
just making the joke because
Oh, because
because Achaeus is a dead kid.
yeah, yeah, that's true, huh?
That's fucked, yo.
I mean, hey, in Galen's will, I can leave you his kid.
Are you talking to me or are you talking to Achaeus?
Yeah, all of you. You can all adopt him.
No, I'm good.
God forbid he has a living mother, but
Yeah, sorry, Carmelina. This is now my
Oh,
time.
yeah, my
we just-
apologies.
We just show up to the house. He's ours now.
It says so in the will.
It says so in the will.
Yeah.
Oh, welcome back.
Welcome back, Aaron. It's
Welcome back,
Bob's
Aaron.
turn.
Oh, it's my turn?
Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
still right in front of me, right?
Yes.
Alright, dope. Fucking battle X, baby.
Oh,
Hey.
Wow,
Hey.
natural 20.
murdering.
Jesus Christ, dealing some damage.
Pump your shit into him.
Oh,
Why would you?
why would you say it like that, Brian? What does that mean?
For 8 damage.
Yeah. He already said he was.
With this swipe of the axe after dodging a bullet shot, the person goes ahead and kind of like still has their eyes fixed right onto Twister with a crooked grin.
Like
The
that.
bleeding all over their body right now. They seem to be ignoring the pain.
That's creepy.
Same bitch.
I forgot to ask. Oh well.
Big yikes.
Galen.
Yeah, I know. Bonus action, I'm bringing my fucking Shadow Blade back to me so I can resummon it once I throw it. I am going to dance so that Twister's not in my fucking...
I'm sorry.
I get it, you're like trying to protect me from getting like shit thrown at me or whatever, but I also need to be able to shoot.
I also
Uh.
want to keep the bond.
Also,
man.
it's weird that the person who needs to be protected the most is being the shield in this
Yeah.
scenario.
I have a good AC.
Yeah, but you're gonna get murdered by this man.
Yeah, they also threw a chaos like it was nothing, and they might just
I
grab
didn't
you
even
and
get a
leave.
roll.
Yeah,
I
they
didn't
might
even
just
get a roll. He
they
just
might just
fucking
grab you
grew.
and leave.
You just yeeted him.
That's with advantage because it's in darkness, yes?
Yeah, why are there so many natural 20s?
earlier today.
Because I want this
How would you
man
like
dead.
to do this?
How would I like to do this?
This
That's
is not it.
suspicious.
This can't be it.
How would I want to
Absolutely
end
not
round
it.
1 of this man? I'm just gonna like. What do you mean? How do I want to do? No, he can't be dead yet.
How do you want to finish him?
Oh lord.
I mean, I don't think Galen's expecting him to die this quickly either. So I'm just gonna like throw it, just like, you know, torso shot. It's the easiest thing to hit, not expecting it to be a killing blow, and then he just like dies, I guess, or whatever. I just like throw it, being like, "Oh, this is going to be a quite of a fight," and then he's like, "Oh."
Oh,
I think
Oh.
everyone's just gonna be like,
We
that
could have
was
dealt
it?
with this last night,
You could have.
and this woman wouldn't be dead.
the Shadow Blade, thrown and guided by the darkness, sinks into the person's stomach, piercing through the abdomen onto the other side, with a spurt of blood hitting the floor. And he just continues standing and smiling and before toppling down.
And then I guess I'll.
After
Oh no.
a few seconds,
Great.
you watch as the urn to the side begins to shake, and it explodes out and begins to cover up the person, cover up this person.
God.
There it
It
is.
begins, yeah, it tendrils around, breaks into the person from all of the wounds, the mouth, and through the ears. And you can see it just begin to bend and break and twist the body into a new shape. The head and spine stretch out of the body upwards into an almost centaur state as the blood spills around, giving a muscular form around the body. Further blood comes out through the back of this elongated spot, forming unfinished skeletal wings. And the part of the body that was left from the spine just kind of like lays in a half-limp state, the arms and legs supporting everything above, and the face kind of like just breaks and stretches open until it is just an agape mouth, and it roars in pain. Welcome to stage 2, fight.
Yeah. What the fuck
Okay.
is this thing? Is this just a heart laying on the floor?
That's just a heart.
Okay, great.
Beautiful.
Attack in and handle this.
I guess I'm gonna walk closer to the heart. Maybe it's a football.
Maybe it's a football.
I saw the transition, Stone. This idea has been around for months.
That's funny.
Anywho, staying in turn order because of how long this took. Achaeus.
Cool. I'm going to move over here, and I'm going to use my action to change my summoned weapon from a scythe to a heavy longbow or a heavy crossbow,
Okay.
and that will be my turn.
I have a question. Is he still staring at Twister?
The mouth is facing you. There are no. The eyes are upwards to the ceiling after they were stretched and forced above.
Okay.
All right. And Achaeus.
Yep.
You finish your turn and make this change. You can hear within you one facet of the blood itself already gone, unfortunately. And now we move to stage 2 of this creature. The Fell Blood Beast. We'll go ahead. Use one. It'll skitter up the altar and like a bit dangling around. We'll go ahead and unleash one swipe over into. Sorry, it's there to stay in space. We'll release one. Go to swipe, and you see the arm as it goes up for the strike shapeshift into that of a scythe, and go ahead and slash down at Lila. That'll be a 26 to hit.
Yes, but I also have a question. Since he moved right in front of me, do I get?
Then move out of your
Moved around.
yeah, then move out of your range. All right, that's yeah, it's gonna go ahead and do both attacks against you. Okay, that's also 22 to hit.
Yeah.
You'll take a total of 14 slashing damage as it goes ahead and just rips right into you. And then, after this attack, it will use its bonus action, and you can see jettisoning themselves out from the body. There'll be 3 kind of like orbs of blood that kind of like land. Let me go ahead and draw these freehand style. Right, one
Freehand's the best way to go. I'm just saying.
will land here. Another
Ooh.
will land in this space.
Ooh.
And yet another will land here.
Ooh.
I like that they're purple.
Calm down. Kinda.
They're giving off real bisexual energy.
Alright,
Pretty.
and that'll be the end of the Fell Blood Beast's turn. Velveteen or Twister.
Or
Okay.
this
I'll
person
go.
over here.
Okay. Is the tingling in my back or behind my neck gone?
No.
Fuck.
It's
Okay.
more of a cold sweat breaking out against you. Oh, you're starting within 10 feet of one of these things. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. At
Okay.
disadvantage as you feel the mark pulling against you.
The mark pulling against me.
Yes. Actually, no, I won't do this to you. You started there, or was split. I forget what I just said.
Okay. I'm gonna. What do I? I was gonna hold person. That's not a person. Let's go ahead and. I'm gonna cast. Okay. I want to keep my spells, damn it. Let's go Toll the Dead on him.
Okay.
Oh, great. Amazing.
You feel Toll the Dead make connection, but you do not see a reaction of any kind from the creature.
Immune to necrotic damage.
You just hear it, see these jaws the size of a person's face just begin chuckling and laughing while facing you.
Oh, come on. Okay.
Anything else for Twister's turn?
I'm gonna freaking. I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna back up like 5 feet.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll back up 5 feet.
Alright, now it's gonna go ahead and blow up. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. As the blood that was closest
At
to you
disadvantage?
reacts, yeah, disadvantage, is gonna react to your movement and go ahead and you see it just wiggle around before just exploding out into a series of spikes.
2.
Alright. You'll take 5 points of necrotic damage as they dig themselves right into your body. And you can feel as if it's trying to enter your body at this point now, too. You see the blood spikes after they hit you seep right in.
Do I feel different?
Not yet.
Yet? That's not
What the fuck does
good.
yet mean?
Yeah,
That's my turn.
so it's just getting bullied.
Velveteen.
That's me. We're gonna do this. We're gonna hunter mark the man,
Oh, no,
just so he's hunter's marked.
why is my
And
HP
then
not
we're gonna.
changing?
I know. Did he climbed a little bit? He's like, he's right here.
Yeah,
Is he like in front of me, or would he still be considered sort of in cover?
He's no longer in any cover.
Okay, I'm still gonna shoot him.
A 13 will miss, unfortunately, as the bullet seems to just kind of like ricochet right off of one of the skeletal wings.
Okay. That's it for me.
I'm sorry.
You gamers got this. I'm
I
not
didn't-
moving.
Lila.
I can't do anything.
Fucking, I'm in danger. I'm AL.
Hey,
Well,
listen. Wait. It was this one that just like did a thing, right? The one right here.
The other one that disappeared.
Oh, okay, the other one disappeared. Okay, I didn't know if it was a consistent thing. Okay.
I gotta fucking move.
I mean, if you move, you
Maybe-
get hit.
I know. Fuck.
I mean, if you. Ooh, that's true.
I have 8 hit points.
Did it react to me moving, or was it
Yes.
just okay? So don't move.
Fantastic.
I
I'm
mean,
screwed either way.
Nah, I got you, bestie. I got you.
I'm late for that. You already had your turn. Think goes before you.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep you, inspired, Aaron.
No, I get it. I guess we just did it again. The only thing I can do.
I mean, you could action dodge to make the attacks a disadvantage.
I could do that. I didn't think about that.
But I mean, other than that or attacking,
Yeah, that's literally all I can do because I can't move.
do you have any spells?
You're a fighter, right?
Yeah, I'm a fighter.
You could action surge disengage after you do a hit. Oh no, it'll still, the other thing will still do the
Yeah.
thing, I assume. Tizzy, you're clicking buttons on my computer.
Well, you could attack and then action surge dodge.
Yeah, that might be my best bet.
Why is she like this?
Yeah, I think that's all I'll do. I'll attack and then action surge dodge.
You got the
Alright.
D4.
I do have the D4.
Oh, I also had that D4.
Yeah.
Oh well, it's fine.
Two
Yeah,
turns
I'm not,
left.
but-
A 16 does not hit.
Yeah, I figured.
Oh,
As you kind of like
You
go
see,
to swipe at the creature, and it just grabs your axe and pushes it down without looking at you.
Lovely.
Still looking at Twister. Fuck off.
I'm trying, Air Twister.
You're good.
Galen.
me. Sorry, I was posting a picture of Tisiphone.
Oh, wait,
Um,
you have second wind.
No.
You should.
You
It's
should
not-
have
I
second
don't have a
win.
fighter thing. Never mind.
Well, aren't you a fighter?
I'm Paladin. Sorry.
Ah, yes.
Wait,
Oh, so you don't have
Then you
action
shouldn't-
surge either.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then you have lay on hands. You can heal yourself.
And lay on hands is an action though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Chuck 'em
Yeah,
maybe.
as an action.
Anyway, I'm gonna
Oh.
fucking bonus action. Well, action.
Sorry,
take
there
a-
was something else before any of that even happened. Lila, as you were starting within close proximity to that creature, you could hear whispers be in a language you do not understand, but gives you horrid dread. Make a
Fun.
charisma saving throw.
Fun.
good.
Well, fun.
Fuck!
Oh.
All
D4.
right.
Wait.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm using it. No, that's. I'm using it. There's no other reason not to. Ah, cool. I didn't type it in right.
Also have hero points.
wait, we can use hero points on saves.
Okay.
You can use hero points on
Okay.
anything.
Hmm.
The band
Okay.
damage.
Oh, sorry. So, okay, nothing happens. Your turn goes on as it we described. Now it is Galen's. Sorry about that.
Okay. I'm movement. Taking a step closer to this heart. Is it just a fucking heart?
Yeah, it's just a destroyed heart. This one
Ew.
ripped open.
Ew. Nasty. Then I'm gonna bonus action call my Shadow Blade back to me. And then I'm gonna... Tizzy. My lord. I'm gonna chuck it again.
I mean,
Yeah. 24?
it works.
A 24 will hit.
That's good. Or that 8 psychic damage. Does it seem to like psychic damage?
The damage seems to go fully through,
That's pretty bog.
and you can see the creature kind of like react a bit to it, kind of like flinch after the hit.
Sorry. Not, but, you know. Whatever. Works.
Alright.
That's my
be all
turn.
three?
I'm just standing
Alright.
next to this heart.
Okay.
I'll free action kind of tap it with my boot.
I'm gonna move over there and then fire a shot.
Right, there will be a bonus to its AC because of Lila acting as cover.
Look how big it is.
Yeah,
Is it big?
It's still considered medium sized.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Fuck it. I'll still try.
Right. That'll be 19 to hit.
Yeah.
Alright, that will hit.
Dope.
We love to see it.
8 points.
That's the name of
When
that
you make
crossbow.
an attack with her hex blade, it is magical, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Any of my summoned weapons are automatically magical weapons.
Alright, in which case the crossbow shot is able to go ahead and pierce right through it as well, taking off one of the fringes of the wings in the process.
Nice. Get fucked.
Will that be it for you as well?
I should have done this before, but you know what? I'll take the L on that. And can I use Hex? Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna use Hex and can I give it disadvantage on ability checks with Constitution? Is that what Hex does? Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what, well,
ability
it's necrotic damage then. Oh well. Oh well. I use Hex on it.
Still something.
Yeah, it's something. I should have done it before, but I didn't, so it'll be there for next turn. That'll be my turn. Bless you.
Alright, just checking something real quick as well because I saw that you have like the loading properties since you're using a heavy crossbow. Okay. Doesn't matter for you at this point. Okay, the creature's turn now again. It'll leave Lila alone. You can make an attack of opportunity as it escapes your space.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Coming straight for you. It's gonna move right up to you. Oh, Chris.
Oh, and an 8 will miss. As
No.
it runs right up to Twister.
Yep.
Bestie, no.
I tried.
And it goes ahead, and you can hear it call out in a speech that you do not know. And that you just feel like the mark, feel like it's burning further into your body. And 23 and 18 to hit for the onslaught.
Both hit.
Okay. You will take a... Oh, really? You'll take a total of 16 damage as just
Alright.
takes one of the arm sights and slashes you right across one of your shoulders and takes the other one and goes through a gap in your armor to your side and strikes a couple of inches steep before releasing both these grips and just cackles more. You can see the tongue roll out instead of saliva, just further blood pouring out.
Ew.
Velveteen or Twister. Twister, though, I need you to make a charisma saving throw, being within the space here, and just feeling this horrid dread around
19.
you. Alright, you save as well.
I guess I'll keep going, unless Velveteen
No,
has something.
It feels like you should go because they got closer to you and everything.
Do I feel different yet?
Not yet.
Lila's right there. And I took 16 damage total.
Yes.
So that's a lot. I don't know why it's not updating on my character. Still says I'm at max, but I'm not.
It was doing that for us on Monday. It updates for like the DM and everything, but for
Mhm.
whatever reason it doesn't update for you. So
Okay.
just trust that it's updated. Like it says I'm still at max, but I know I'm not. So
Okay, because I see everyone
Yeah.
else isn't.
yeah, it's just roll 20 being roll 20.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to, because I want to fucking get out of there. As much as I want to be next to you, Mister, I don't think I want to. And he's going to, use Channel Divinity, Balm of Peace, and he is going to dash 30 feet. 10, 15, 20, or actually, no, he's gonna 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, back here.
Does your thing have anything specifying it doesn't trigger any effects?
Without provoking opportunity attacks, that's it.
Alright, you'll need to
Hmm.
make a dexterity saving throw. Actually, Lila will as well as you do this.
Fuck.
As you trigger the blood bomb.
A dex
Listen.
save?
Yes.
Kill me.
You get the D4.
Do I still have one?
Yeah, it's bless.
Before you said I only had like 2 more.
Oh wait, I should roll Constitution checks.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, bless is up. Oh, but then I took one more. Bless is up still. Okay. Yeah. So let me roll mine.
Lila. just
Fuck,
saved,
natural
by the
one.
way.
Oh,
Lila,
honey.
you will take no damage from this.
Oh, thank Christ.
And Twister will die.
Bleh.
And Twister will take 10 points of necrotic
Fuck.
damage
Oh my
as
god.
the bomb goes off and spikes dig in again.
No, that's not good.
You can see your flesh and the spots that have been struck begin to take on a reddish hue.
Fuck. Okay. Well, actually, I can't because of my armor.
True.
So I don't know anything happening to me. I'm gonna run by. Lila gets healed. 11 points.
Dope.
Yeah, and that's my action to do that. Bonus action. I'm gonna move this way. How fucking far am I? I'll move up here to the altar. I don't want to be near that.
And just after all that, go ahead and run up, kind of like do some parkour to roll on top and stand up immediately, getting some more blood on your armor.
Yep. You know, amazing. And then I'm gonna bonus action because I still cast spell. Shield of Faith on myself.
Okay, and on
So
top of
bless is gonna fade. Yeah.
Alright, Velveteen.
Okay, so what is the creature did at the moment? I'm guessing Twister moved. They just like.
Look back and follow Twister. Yeah.
Okay, it's fine. I exist. Damn it. You know what? You know what? Hold on. I exist, you son of a bitch. And then I will fire.
That's a misfire too.
Bestie, no.
So you go
Wait,
ahead.
no. Fuck that. Fuck that noise. Fuck that noise. I'm using my goddamn grit. I'm using Deadshot. That's a 26. Fuck that noise. I'm doing something, damn it.
Alright.
God.
So the
Iconic.
26 will hit then.
Yikes.
Alright, for 12 points of piercing damage, but you can see as if the bullets is still not able to go ahead and make the full intended damage against this creature.
Do you even acknowledge my existence at all?
No.
No, okay. That's fine.
Satch.
It's all good.
Sorry, would that be all for you then?
Action surge, I don't care. Action surge, I'm firing again.
Oh, buddy.
I'm sorry.
R.I.P.
Oh,
Oh,
that's a 12, unfortunately.
it seems to have transferred from Achaeus to Velveteen.
Start looking for another line of work at this point. Jesus Christ, I'm supposed to be good at combat?
Hey, last case, you were dishing it.
It's true.
Alright, well, I guess we're going back to Lila now.
So those orbs are gone now. I guess just go to him and hit him. Try and stop him from getting to Twister. So. Sup, fucker?
Alright, I need you to make a charisma saving throw again as you enter back within the space, by the way. Alright, natural 20 to save, and you have
Nice.
19 to hit with the battle axe. You're able to go ahead and ignore this effect around the creature and release your battle axe right into the spine. Let's see the damage. Oh yeah. Alright, 11 points halved. Down to 5. Do you have anything else you would like to do? I would also like to. At your level of paladin, you should also have divine smite if you ever want to use that. Expend a spell slot to do some more
What
damage.
should I do? Yeah, might as well.
And is it just 1d6 right now, I believe?
Yeah, 8, isn't it?
1d8? Okay.
For smite?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a 1d8.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, 1d8, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll check which ones get the bonus damage too. Undead for sure. A 1.
It is 2d8.
Oh, 2d8, that's even better.
That's so much
For the
damage,
first
holy
level
shit.
spell slot. And then
I misread
1d8
that
for
then.
each spell level higher. And then it's another 1d8 if the target is undead or a fiend.
Yeah, d8 then, so 3d8 total.
Fuck.
One more, right? 3?
Oh,
Ah,
that sucks.
19 damage.
Yeah, that's a lot
though.
of damage.
Mayday.
That's
My keyboard.
Extra 8 damage there.
8 radiant.
Yeah. So this won't be a half.
I'm annoyed. Also, it's just-
Alright. And will that be all for Lila then?
Yeah.
Okay. Galen.
I have a cat on my keyboard. I have a cat on my mouse.
Oh.
I am bonus action, just resummoning my Shadow Blade back to me, and then I'm gonna guess what? Throw it at advantage.
Whoa.
Let's
Shocking.
get it.
I'm going wild. Hello? Roll? I hit the button.
You got this. Come on.
I hit it. Okay. 20.
Nice. Let's go.
20. Yeah, 20 will hit for 11 psychic damage as well.
Look at Galen go.
I'm just gonna keep vibing with his heart. I would take one step closer to Twister to help, but I'm not gonna do that because I can see what that distance is between me and that fucking bomb.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna take a step closer.
Alright then.
I could take a step closer, but I'm not doing that.
Zacchaeus, how would you like to handle things now?
I'm going to move here. Because Lila keeps staying in my way here. Hi! Sam, I need to be able to see. And I'm going to fire a bolt at it. Hopefully, no one's in my way this time.
It doesn't
Yeah?
look like it.
Yeah,
Clear
no one's in your
view?
way this time.
Good shit. Let's go.
Alright. Hey, can you make me another charisma saving throw of your own, though?
I'm so far away from him!
It's probably something
Where's the
separate.
jar of blood?
Oh, the jar of blood was on the northern side. I think it exploded. There's shards
Okay.
around now.
I'm
Okay.
so far away from this man.
Shadows of shards. Oh.
Bestie, you're supposed to be good at that.
Maybe it makes sense for you that the crossbow came off aim now, as I need a D6 now here.
Hmm. Which NPC from your backstory is it going to be?
As you once again see the creature's form, look that
Oh, a baby.
look that of your father-in-law instead, who seems to be holding a kind and gentle face as you turn the crossbow up to and try to aim and just see that and go off course instead.
His grandfather-in-law.
Before the grandfather-in-law, sorry.
Yeah. So I don't think I ever actually thought about what. Never mind.
And
Don't worry
then-
about it.
And then after the shots, you kind of like blink and open your eyes and see the creature as it really is.
God damn it. Piece of shit.
Anything else for your turn?
Other than my voice apparently cracking, no.
All right.
Oh, monster! Don't hurt my friends, please.
Monster, please.
They're grooming each other on my desk.
Oh,
No.
babies.
It's very cute. They're gonna start attacking each other in like 2 seconds. Just watch.
1, 2.
Okay.
Until they
The
just rolled over
creature
and
is going to Lila, go ahead and take your attack of opportunity here.
Fuck off. No!
An 11 misses, and the creature steps out, and is going to make kind of like
Oh, an AoE.
force some of their blood into the shape of a spear, and with one attack, chuck it over to Twister.
Ah!
That's a 24 to hit.
Hit.
That'll be 5 points of piercing damage against you.
Fine.
Fuck.
What are you at?
And it's then going to continue its
Single
movement
digits.
on over to Galen.
Single digits. That's where I'm at.
And
Oh,
is going to,
Hello, did you want this? It's on the floor.
it's going to do one more arm side attack against you.
I'm
That's a 13
taking
to hit.
a 13.
Yeah.
Just hits.
That'll be 6 points of slashing damage against you. Wow.
Oh,
Good roll.
thank God.
And it's then
should.
going to use its bonus action to release some more blood bombs to the area.
Oh god.
Alright. It'll go ahead and just release one. which will go ahead and pour itself down over to this space here instead.
Nate, when this guy's just drenched in blood now, the corpse is kind of floating in him a little bit, right? Is that what you described?
Most of the torso is acting as flaccid legs right now and a bit of a torso, while the spine is up but has like all the blood covered around, acting as body.
Okay. Then their face is like gonzo.
Face, yeah, it's absorbed within this open maw.
Okay. Not seeable.
Yeah, you can't see it.
Okay. That was my line of questioning.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I was like, wait, no, it's not Galen's turn. You're right. Sorry, it's Velveteen or Twister's turn. now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
That was me. That was me being like, okay, is it Galen's turn?
I'll go
No,
again.
That was my cue.
No, wait, it's me, actually.
second level cure wounds on myself. 16 points of healing. Let's go.
All right. Anything else?
No, not 234. I wish. God. I'm gonna move 5 feet closer.
Okay.
Just so Galen has that emboldening bond.
Thank you.
Keep him watch. And then I think bonus. I don't have anything I can do as a bonus action. I don't think. Yeah, no, that's it. That's my turn.
All right.
Oh, let me
Velveteen
freaking
then.
roll for. Shield of Faith fades.
Fuck's sake. Okay, we're gonna move. Move here. And then we're gonna try and hit. Please.
A 20 will hit.
Okay. Oh, hold on. And also,
Hunter's mark.
so 11.
All right. 11 has.
Oh, can I roll that again for earlier? Because I didn't roll on the other one. On the,
Oh yeah, you got Hunter's Mark then too. So
yeah.
Go ahead. I'll retroactively answer.
Tim.
Never mind, Nate. You can go ahead and just.
A whole one. We take those. We take those.
Oh, right. You're doing that. I should probably also.
Oh, if it's giving me necrotic damage, I'll let you know you don't need
Okay.
to roll. Oh yeah. Yeah, for your own concentration.
I remembered. Eventually.
Set it for Velveteen as well then?
Yeah.
Alright. Lila.
Alright. So we're not allowed to be within 10 feet of the door before setting it off, right?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. I have plenty of room. Yes. I'm gonna go right up to him. Say, hey, how's it going? And, fuck.
Wow. I was
And
gonna be like, you have
fuck? Oh my
advantage because you're
God.
flanking with me, but I guess not.
No, fuck me.
A 9 isn't exactly gonna hit, unfortunately. You go ahead and take the swipe and like tendrils of blood grab onto the axe and stop you before you can get going, and then you just have to reel back and pull your axe back instead.
Alright, fuck you too.
You also make a charisma saving throw entering within the space. Okay, you saved yet again.
Why am I really good at the crystal saves, but terrible at the fucking battle axe?
It's just how the dice rolls sometime.
I hate it.
Will that be all for you?
Yeah.
Galen, before you do anything, I need you to roll a charisma saving throw.
A charisma saving throw? No.
Okay.
I have a D4.
You get a D4.
Is a 12 enough?
You just saved with that. You needed a 4 and you got that.
Incredible. I love that for me.
You did not feel the
Great thing I
pull
moved
of
5
this
feet.
creature's aura holding on to you. And you're able to take your turn as you will.
Wonderful. I'm going to resummon my Shadow Blade to my hand, and I'm going to stab him. Because that's what I can do. With advantage, which is a 15, which is an unfortunate number, but I'm not done yet. An 18
18 just hits.
for a whopping 5 on 2d8.
I hate to break it to you. Emboldening Bond only allows the D4 to be used once per turn.
Okay, well then I'll fuck myself.
I'm sorry. Here's
Then
More
you take-
better
then you don't
understanding
get
of
the,
it.
attack fully in.
I don't get the attack fully in.
Yeah, the Shadow Blade is dodged by the creature.
Mm-hmm.
The head still turned around, facing behind, as the rest of the body faces you.
Wonderful. Love that for me. That's my turn. I'm gonna stay there. I'm not a fool.
Achaeus.
All right. Same as first. Do I have to make it? Do I have to make a save, Nate?
Not on this turn.
Ha! Get pissed.
Natural 20. Damn.
Oh my god.
For a total of 26 damage.
Well, the necrotic.
That's
sad.
my gamer right there. Look at
Oh,
them.
sorry,
That's
yeah,
my
sorry, that was
game.
Proud
gamer.
of you.
17.
Let's do it.
So proud.
It's just a 17 damage.
That's still that's still
Still
good
a lot of
damage.
damage.
Did that count my? Did that count my expert? Yeah,
Alright.
I think
You
so.
get this crossbow and it's kind of like unweld this magical and kind of like confused bolt and have it go right through the creature and like take off like a chunk of one of the body parts as the bolt continues along to the wall beyond. Anything else for your turn?
No, I think I'm good.
That.
The word kindred.
Creature's turn now.
Hi. Hello.
It'll go ahead and still strike twice into Galen.
Great.
Alright, that is a 21 and 22 to hit.
Yep. Give him.
You'll take a total of 18 slashing damage as you are being
Woohoo!
ripped up.
Woo-hoo-hoo! That's lovely. My health bar won't update, but you can imagine.
And then it's going to go ahead and unleash 2 more of the blood bombs. One of them will be placed right next to Lila,
Fuck.
and the other is going to be placed right next to Twister.
God. Can't move.
And that's its turn. Velveteen, or Twister.
Twister can go.
Velveteen go.
Right.
Yeah, no, Velveteen go.
Okay. I'm gonna move over here.
This is what I'm gonna do. I want Lila to get advantage.
And then I don't want to get any closer because I've seen what those blood bombs have been doing. We're just gonna pew pew.
Another natural 1.
It's a misfire that time.
So
you're gonna
I'll
spend
see you
more
guys in 2 turns.
Cool.
As you go ahead and try to shoot, and you can see as if you go to, there's a misfire, and you can see like an explosion out as if there was something some kind of foreign substance that might have gone in and helped with this misfire
Yeah.
here, and you're gonna have to try to repair on your next turn.
Do I roll Tinker's Tools next turn, I imagine?
I believe so at your level, yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, Twister, your turn.
I'm gonna shoot Guiding Bolt.
All right.
23.
23 will hit.
First level. 17 Radiant.
All right. Fine enough. You go ahead and let this energy release itself yet again and seem to explode itself onto the creature, releasing a shining light around, guiding whoever wants to strike next. Gonna see the end of your turn.
I'm gonna yell for Lila to hit him. And
Gladly.
that's the end of my turn.
All right. Lila.
Fuck!
Oh my
Bestie.
god! With
That's-
advantage.
Bestie.
That's
Eight.
basically what you rolled last time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh.
except reversed.
Yeah.
Oh.
Galen, I guess.
Yeah. Cool.
Oh
I
yeah,
hate
it doesn't
this.
fade. It only fades when it actually hits, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it only fades
That-
when it
yeah, that's
hits.
good. All right, sorry, Lila, but yours. Oh, you also need to make your charisma saving throw.
Yeah.
I hate this game.
Okay.
I roll so
everyone's
good on
rolling
that.
so good.
All right. Unfortunately, you missed even with the help right there. This is not exactly an encounter you were thinking you'd ever go through. Galen, you also were able to save, as the influence does not take hold onto you either.
Cool. My action, I'm going to use the Shadow Blade to make a stab. If that sounds pog with everyone.
That sounds pog with me.
This is a 25 hit.
A natural,
20.
Incredible! Holy shit!
That's what I was wanting. That was what
I've
I was
already had
wanting.
advantage on the roll, but thank you.
You double
Yeah.
killing it. Holy shit!
Yeah.
Damn, yeah, that'll hit all right.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, this creature's surprised at not noticing this at all as you
Yeah.
go ahead and just sink right in and tear out. And you can see like one of the wings just fall right off with that.
Cool. And then I'm going to use 2 sorcery points to quicken spell so I can cast first level Dissonant Whispers on the creature in front of me.
Okay. Oh, what's that, a wisdom save?
Yep.
Let it not be good.
That'll be a failure.
Okay, it has to immediately use its reaction to run 30 feet, its movement away from me.
Okay.
Thus, I believe getting an attack of opportunity from Layla, yes? From Lila, yes.
Ah! Ah! Ah!
Well, sucks for you, bestie, but it's out of my hair.
Did the bombs go off?
I don't think he triggers the bombs.
But I do get my attack of
You've
opportunity.
never
right?
seen
The
them.
bombs
We're
do
never.
not go off.
Okay.
Yes, I believe you would
The
get an
attack of opportunity does go off, though, yes.
That doesn't work, but I. Yeah,
16 does not hit either, sadly.
Aw. I'll be
You
right
Go ahead
back.
and swing, and you're just half a second short.
And I'm going to sit where I am at the end of my turn.
All right. Arceus.
What's up, besties? People keep constantly getting in my way.
No one's in your way right
I
now.
mean,
I'm
no
in.
one got
I'm
in
in.
your
kind of-
way.
Where are you at? by
Twister's
the
not
way?
in your
You're not
way.
in-
Oh, that's where you are. Okay.
To be fair, I'm in your way against my will.
I'm gonna move a little bit over here.
Try to make it easier to see. There you are.
Yeah, I'll move a little bit over here. And I will hit him.
Oh, that's what they look
I will
like.
shoot
Okay.
him. Do I have to make any sort of saving throw?
Not on this round.
Okay.
Not quite yet on this round.
Not quite yet on this round. It's a 22.
A 22 hits. 9 damage. Can I get a d6 from you?
Oh no.
Oh, well, at least it's the same one.
Yeah.
At least it's just your grandpapa.
Peepaw's back.
And say that you go ahead and
Papa,
strike.
no.
And as
Oh,
you see
no.
the crossbow and you look to the target, and instead of it, you see the brown man and holding on
Oh,
to
fuck
the
yeah.
wound. You see Tarlon staring at you with anger and fear in his eyes. And you blink and see the vision disappear, and you see the creature just howling in pain, and kind of up looking like it's ready to strike against Twister at any second. The maw open and salivating over. Would that be the end of your turn?
I just gotta ask, why the fuck am I the only one seeing these visions?
You know why.
You know why? It's your special eyes. It's not just
My
special eyes,
brand.
but
Because it's probably made of the same fucking demon blood that is the creature that lives inside your head. 'Cause it's a
Mhm,
demon and it's
mhm.
evil.
it's
Like
its
you.
brother. Yeah.
He's my roommate.
Yeah, and you're
Yeah.
killing its brother currently. They're like,
Alright.
yeah,
Roommates
Uh,
can
yeah.
be murderers.
yeah.
And
they
it
were
happens.
roommates.
True.
It's a creature's turn who got helped over here.
Oh god.
Sorry, but it's out of my hand now.
Alright. Alright, I don't think 9 hits.
No.
I'll say 24.
Yes.
Alright, you'll take 8 points of slashing damage. And it's going to go ahead and unleash some more of these blood bombs onto the area.
Oh my god. Stop spitting. You do
And
be
by
spitting.
some more, I mean one more.
Hmm.
Which is going to go ahead and find itself right between it and Lila.
Really a minefield.
Fact.
True.
I think it's sending a sign.
Good morning, Tiffany.
Twister, make a Christmas saving throw at the
Fuck.
beginning of your turn. Alright, 22 saves.
And it feels and like
You
it feels like I want to like go into it.
Sorry?
What does it feel like I want to do before the charisma save? Like
the feeling is this horrid dread, as if this is for everyone entering space, a horrid dread, feeling like something is out to get you, and a need to attack.
Okay. Cool. I'm gonna I'm gonna attack. But you know, that was what 8 points of damage that I took.
Yes.
'Cause I'm totally great at keeping track of this. Fuck. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and. Have I already? Yep, that's. I only have one more. Shocking grasp.
Oh, ignore that, by the way. That was on purpose.
Okay.
I'm gonna use shocking grasp. I have a D4. 20.
That'll hit.
8 points of lightning damage.
Twister, can you explain to me how you do this?
Okay. So it's like maws open, right?
Yes.
Twister's just gonna like say, you know, asshole, I don't really like care for you, and I don't care for you hurting my friends, and I don't necessarily care about the bouquet and all of that, but like, no. And he's gonna like run, like hop up onto him and just shocking grasp his like him right on top of his head.
Oh yeah. The electricity from your attack ripples throughout the body. You can see after you go ahead and get back to your feet with a steady stance, the current still goes through, and the blood begins to boil and just pop and kind of like disintegrates after it hits the ground all around. This continues on as it just howls in pain until it's all disappears. You just see the disfigured corpse remain, falling down, leaning to the altar. With that, each of you in your heads can hear. And fire and blood and ash. And that'll be the end of combat.
I assume that was a
Nice.
familiar demonic voice.
Yes.
Great.
Question. What about these orbs?
Oh, they
Or-
all pop and just kind of like sizzle out harmlessly.
They pop
Okay.
and kill me immediately.
God.
Whose man is this? Who is this man?
I'm gonna second level cure wounds on Galen.
Thank you.
Can I ask the voice in
So
my
points of
head?
healing.
If there's any blood left around.
It's all been taken, unfortunately. This greedy one ate it all for themselves.
Is that what'll happen to me if I take the blood?
It happens to those who do not know how to use it.
Okay.
I can teach you and guide you.
Well, we'll have to find some more first. And then I'll walk over to the rest of the group and be like, I don't like you, Ruby. Kind of make sure everyone's okay. Because I think me and Velveteen got out in that fight in the best shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this man's face.
Oh, the face is on the wall.
The man's?
Oh, sorry, this man.
The man? I don't care about the
Yeah.
halfling.
You
care
don't
about this man.
recognize. Yeah, you don't recognize the
halfling.
human.
Okay.
Boring.
Did the feeling behind my neck go away?
Yes, with this disintegration, the feeling on the back of your head seemed to disappear.
Okay. Do I feel anything else?
No.
Bit constipated. I'm kidding.
Oh, is the person still alive? The halfling?
No.
hope
they have
not.
been-
That'd be
Oh,
gross if they
their
were.
chest
Firstly,
is opened
we
up,
know
they're all dead right now,
Canonically,
yeah.
that the heart and the face have been were removed while the person was still alive. There was a chance. Maybe they
this
got a
person might-
natural
Hope not.
20.
This person might have died of shock.
Yeah, maybe they had a nat 20.
I would like them to not die. Or I would have liked them to have died before they got their face taken off.
Oh, that'd be horrifying.
Yeah, definitely.
So, did we tell... What was her name? Ileana?
Ayana?
Might as well tell them.
I don't
when
know
you get
why
the
my brain keeps
chance.
putting an L in there.
Oh.
Mm.
My.
We should tell Ayana.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. That's wisest decision. It's just then getting up there.
Do we want someone to stay here to make sure that the evidence isn't removed or tampered with?
I could stay.
We want Velveteen and Lila to stay then.
That works for me.
That's
So
fine,
who's
yeah.
staying and who's going? The three of us going, or the three? Or...
Yeah.
Yeah, you three can go, and us two can stay.
Hmm?
Vibe.
Okay. We'll
Yeah.
go get Ayana and tell her what's happened.
Well, actually, I'm caked in blood, aren't I?
We're all caked in
We're
blood.
all.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
we're all caked in blood.
no.
I'm not.
Well,
that
except
caked in blood.
Velveteen. Except Velveteen.
I mean, I can
I'm
do it
a
on my own.
ranged fighter.
I'm gonna cast
Brian.
prestidigitation on myself.
Jeez.
I'll remove
That
all the
works.
blood and filth in
Yeah.
one go.
Just on myself.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry. Did you? What's up? What's wrong?
I mean, as much as I like red, as much as the next person, is it possible to do it on me?
No.
Sounds like I
Sorry.
can't.
Yes. Yeah, it is.
I will.
Okay.
I'll clean us all off of blood.
So, Galen, Twister, and I.
Off we go. Yes. We begin to go.
All right.
We go.
Is there anything those who are staying behind are doing, or are you just kind of like sitting there pretty much?
Pretty much just sitting there.
All right. Then
I'll DM you. It's fine. You can cut to them.
all right. Now I can just say we can just move on to everyone being able to get into contact with Iana, and she'll kind of like move along towards all of you with a couple of other Sharn Watch members who work directly under her. And like that, they'll come over and start helping investigate the area with all of you. Looking over the body and checking out the area, you can all eventually learn that the name of the person was Darsan. Looking through some journals and the like that this person had, the journals noting that a couple of months ago, they happened upon a peculiar box that had multiple kind of like vials within, and they kind of like just paid it no mind, thinking it might be too dangerous for them at first, as they tried to hide themselves away within this building. But eventually they heard a voice call out to them from it, and suggest them go ahead and drink it if they wish to take hold. And eventually they kind of like mentioned how they took the stuff, but ran out quickly and had to find new ways to get it, and they decided to go ahead and just steal the blood from others to make it their own. And as they made their first kill, they took the face and the heart away. The hearts being the center of the blood, where they believe they can get more power out of it. The face, so they can have a friend with them.
Ew.
The journal continues on into more and more nonsensical words and phrases, things jumbled up, words written upon words, horizontally, diagonally, all over the place. It's becomes too much of a mess to be able to read very quickly. And like there was nothing that you can see written on the last few weeks. After looking over all of this in the scene, Yana will approach all of you. Thank you all for helping with this. Brutal and unfortunate, but there is an end to this now. Thank you all.
Of course.
Of course.
Thank you.
We are glad to help out as much as possible and put an end to this horribleness.
So, I do hope all the best of all of you. And if I need your help or if you need mine, we know how to contact each other. And here you go. Here's a payment with a little bit extra. It should be 30 galifers for each of you. I know it's probably a bit more than usual, but this is an important case. Some of the people in Dura should feel better about the dark corners around the streets. Even to some small degree, there is some help done, and that is tremendous. Where's Tresh, by the way?
Who knows?
They are. She's out working on another case as of current.
Okay. Always busy, I guess. Thank you again for all your work.
Of course. Do you want us to talk to Trish for you? If we run into, huh?
Come into contact when she feels like talking.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right.
And Yano kind of like look around the area and then kind of like lean in closer towards all of you. And this feels wrong to say, but do be careful still. There are some members within the Watch who I especially have no idea what they are planning. You may have come across such individuals already. Beyond the usual bribery and the like, there might be something more. I don't know yet. Keep you clued in as I find out more information. And she'll kind of like walk back out, give you all a salute, and then motion for her escorts to join her on the way out. And kind of like set up the whole thing, so that way there can be a proper investigation.
Well, that was a lot of excitement. Should we head back home for rest?
Yeah,
That sounds like
Probably.
a good idea.
Yes.
I am pooped.
All right, I'm assuming we just
Okay.
head back home then.
We're going to absolutely ruin our sleep schedules. We just woke up. We haven't even been awake for a full hour.
Yeah, what time is it? Like what's the current time?
Let's say 10 a.m., like 10:30 a.m. So, I mean, you'll just kind of like patch yourselves up, go through the rest of your day as usual.
Yeah, go to work.
Go to work.
You fight a fell blood beast, and then you go to work after.
Yeah.
You don't usually do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called a Saturday.
It's called a Saturday.
That we get ready to close out this case. As on your way back, Achaeus, you feel for certain at some points you see Tarlos somewhere within the crowd around you, before blinking and seeing just absence in that space. And you can feel the blood, you feel your blood pouring through you and remember the scene before.
Frustrated.
And then we can go ahead and end things. There is an important story talk that will be taking place for the next Off the Case, by the way. This really will be a very immediate thing that will be the first thing done before we get to everyone else, I'll just give that heads up. I mean, you're promised to talk. You're gonna get that talk.
Oh, good.
There
Good.
is something I want to do on this day after this whole thing, but I want to leave that for next session because we've been going for so
Okay.
long.
All right. In which case, thank you all for joining me again for another episode of Shadows of Sharn and another case closed. Congratulations on leveling up, by the way, level 5 now.
Woo!
Third level spells. Oh my god.
If you go ahead and you all set your things up or get ready for after D&D.
Make sure you knock your health down by 5, by the way, if I gave you aid.
We can go ahead and give our goodbyes and let everyone know who we are and where we can find ourselves, or other people can find us. And starting down below as usual, over here with Becca.
Hello. I have been Becca Morgan. You can find me anywhere really that I'm worth finding as Cool Armadillo, either with a 0 as the final O or not. Really depends on a case by case basis. As for places you can find me, you can usually, if we ever record again and I'm not busy constantly and forever, you can catch me on any of your favorite podcast streaming apps for my podcast Unlikely Adventurers, where me and my co-host Macy try to make D&D characters and usually just swear. Yeah, and I'm gonna be on other things eventually soon enough, but that's a more October-y thing. We can get to that later.
Nice. Thank you very much.
And this has been Mayday.
Hi, Mayday.
This has been Mayday. And this one has been Tizzy. She's down here. Oh god.
Thank you again. Stone.
Hello, I am Stone. You can find me on Twitter at Hello I'm Stone or on Twitch at twitch.tv/Hello I'm Stone, where I like to stream quite a bit. We'll probably do a few streams this week. We'll see. I got a few ideas. So keep your eyes peeled for those. And make sure you follow me on Twitter and at Twitch to keep up to date with what I'm doing.
You as well. Now moving on over down to Aaron.
Hello, I'm Aaron. You can find me on Twitter at Please Don't Poke Me with an underscore at the end. I'm very tired.
No, it's okay. Thank you as well. Brian.
Hi, I'm Brian. You can find me on Twitter at Cosmic Zeta. I don't really have anything else because I'm in the middle of a move. So, yeah, that'll be fun. So, you'll see a new background next week. But yeah, that's it.
All right, thank you, Brian. And last but not least, we've got Johnny.
Hello. I actually get to share things because I actually did things this week. You can follow me on Twitch at It's Macho Madness. We had some streams this week. It was fun. On Twitter at It's Macho Madness as well. Next week I'll go ahead and say the schedule here, if that's okay. Monday, we're returning to The Sims. Tuesday, we're gonna be at Final Fantasy VI, and on Thursday, we're starting a very fun series on the PS3, but it's gonna be through PS5. We're gonna be starting Infamous 1. I'm excited for that. I do have one more question for one incredible Sims player here, Becca.
Yes, what is up?
Do you know if you're going to be busy not this week but next week?
Oh, I never know what my schedule is. Theoretically, we have another install next week.
If you're not busy within a few weeks, would you perhaps sort of
tweaking.
I know. Would you perhaps like to appear on one of my
Yes.
streams? Okay.
Oh.
Specifically, would you like to go to high school with me in the
Yes.
Sims 4 high school pack? Okay.
Yes.
We'll set that up in the future.
Yes.
High school AU?
All right.
High school AU. Me and Johnny. What will happen?
All right, sounds exciting. Thank you, and thank you all so much. Been a lovely time. Congratulations again on the case solved. See you next week for the third installment of Off the Case. Hope everyone has a fantastic week, a wonderful evening. You're all lovely and amazing individuals. I'm glad to be here around all of you. Have a good night, everybody.
Stop.
Ah.